And good evening to you. Welcome to high school football action on Central Illinois Sports. We're live tonight from New Berlin, Illinois, the home of the Pretzels and the 4-0 New Berlin Pretzels, as they welcome in the 1-3 Pittsfield Sockies. Alongside Justin Poore and John Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. A pretty nice night temperature-wise here at New Berlin. The wind is howling out of the north as Hurricane Helene comes out of the south. No rain right now. It doesn't look like we'll see much rain, if at all, during the contest tonight, and everyone is thankful for that. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have our visit with Pittsfield Sockeye head coach Zach Ferguson. We'll also have a preview of what's going on around the Sangamo and WIVC conferences and more. We hope you'll stay tuned on Central Illinois Sports.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Logan Agri-Service, we believe that every seed holds the promise of a thriving future. Our commitment to quality and excellence is as strong as the roots we help you grow. With decades of experience, our dedicated team understands your unique needs. From cover crops to premium seeds, we have it all. But it's not just about products, it's about partnership. We're not just sellers, we're your allies in growth, your consultants in success.
Fall in love with Cascom. The leaves may be changing, but our commitment to our customers never does. Reliable high-speed internet, along with our award-winning customer service, we have knowledgeable service technicians in your area 24 hours a day. For you new customers, we are extra lovable. Call today and get a free installation on any new service. Wow! I'll bet you want our phone number, 1-800-252-1799. Call for details and a date, 1-800-252-1799.
This month, Little Jess is celebrating our 55th year in business. And to show our appreciation, we're offering select new vehicles at just $55 over invoice, plus you get all the incentives. During Jeep Adventure Days, get a new 24 Jeep Wrangler Sport for just $35,700. Pay $0 down and get a super low payment of only $389 per month. Save $11,561 on a new 24 Jeep Grand Cherokee Unlimited. During Ram Power Days, you can save $13,184 on a new 2025 Ram 1500 Crew Cab. Plus, never pay more if you don't have a trade-in. Little Jess celebrating 55 years.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week. Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
Back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Pittsfield, Berry, Liberty, and Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank is here to serve you with all of your banking needs and always online at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. The 4-0 New Berlin Pretzels and the 1-3 Pittsfield Sockies here this evening. New Berlin coming off of sort of a bye week, I guess you could call it, as they had the game scheduled with Riverton last week. Of course, Riverton not playing varsity football this season, and the Pretzels off to a nice start. 47-20 winners in the Week 1 game against Pleasant Plains. They beat Auburn in a slugfest 34-27 in Week 2 before blowing by Petersburg-Porta 59-16. Back on the 13th, taking the forfeit against Riverton last week to move to 4-0. James Dombacher's squad finished the year 4-5 a year ago, so looking for that fifth victory to make themselves playoff eligible with a win here tonight. Pittsfield 1-3 on the season. Started off with Jacksonville High School as the fill-in for the game that was originally scheduled against Riverton. 26-14 was the final on that one. The Sockies beat Athens 14-7. lost to Stanford Olympia 43-34, and then fell to Williamsville 21-12 last week at Glenn C. Smith Field. So Pittsfield's been close in every game they have played so far, but only having picked up one victory to this point in the season. Elsewhere in the Sangamo Conference today, Athens is at Auburn in what should be a good matchup there. Murrow Forsyth is traveling to Dwight as a fill-in game, a game that was actually just scheduled earlier this week. It looked like they were going to take a forfeit, but found out one at the last moment. Porta is at Pleasant Plains, and Olympia is on the road at Williamsville. In the WIVC this week, we'll start, first of all, in the north. Beardstown is home against Triopia. Camp Point Central is at Brown County, a game you can watch live on Central Illinois Sports. We also see Route traveling to Minden Unity this evening in one of the farther trips of the season for anyone in the WIVC. In the south, it's Carrollton playing host to fellow Greene County foe North Greene. And what should continue, or should decide, I should say, the WIVC South tonight, it's Calhoun on the road at Greenfield Northwestern, and what should be a good contest. Both of those teams are undefeated on the season. Pleasant Hill is playing host to West Central this evening as well. We are 26 minutes, 55 seconds away from kickoff. We'll step aside on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We'll have our visit with Pittsfield hockey head coach Zach Ferguson next.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
My name's Matt Keplinger. A lot of people call me Keppy. I've been a trainer now for 17 years. When we get the new hires come through the door, I try to treat them like family. This individual right here sent me this today. There's not too many men I admire I can't do it. There's not too many men I admire or that has made an impact in my life, but you've made that list. This is one of the reasons that I love my job, getting messages like this. When my life needed purpose, I chose Dot.
Are you planning on building? Let Pike County Lumber help. Whether it's big or small, we have everything you need. We carry all building materials like siding, roofing, cabinets, decking, doors, and windows, just to name a few. We also have plumbing and electrical supplies along with tools. From building your shop, your brand new home, or kitchen and bath remodel, Pike County Lumber is here to help. We're family owned for 3 generations. Pike County Lumber. For all your building needs, come see us in Pittsfield.
You've tried it, I've tried it, everyone needs to try it. Sugar and Smoke, 1258 West Washington in Pittsfield. Open Wednesday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Here's what others are saying. This place is fantastic in every way. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, ribs on the weekends, the best green beans, appetizers, nachos, pony shoes, pork burgers, celebrating 1 year in business. Sugar and Smoke, it's time to eat. Yum! 217-922-0067.
At Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, Illinois, we have Mavericks, we have Rangers, we have F-150s, 250s, and 350s. If you need help with that perfect look after your purchase, I'm Corey Grinke and I Know Trucks. Come see me at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, Illinois.
Griffin Signs in Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs in Time. Call 217-228-7470. Visiting with Pittsfield Hockey head coach Zach Ferguson. Coach, another tough opponent tonight, obviously. Sangamo Conference, kind of a week in, week out. This New Berlin team presents a little bit of a different challenge, especially in the fact of you're not 100% sure what they are based on who they've played and that they didn't play last week.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem is, we kind of the schedule we've played versus what they've played. I mean, we don't have any teams in common, and it's kind of hard to base certain things off of that because we just haven't seen who they've played and they haven't seen who we've played. So it is kind of an interesting dynamic when it comes to kind of familiarity of opponents.
New Berlin's had some success the last couple of years moving the ball through the air, and they've had some pretty good quarterback play, but they have really found their ground game early on this season.
Yeah, they've, kind of like us, they've kind of switched up what they do. They've gone to some, wishbone, wing tee stuff, and, part of that is, they had some really good quarterbacks the last few years, and, when they lost the kid last year for injury, they kind of started that progression to what they're doing now. So it does present, a little bit, a different aspect to what we're used to from New Berlin.
It's a good opportunity for your kids to go in for a challenge. Number one, it's been a while since you've won a game there.
Right.
And number two, it's their homecoming. They're going to be pumped up. They're 4-0. It's a good atmosphere for your kids to play in.
Yeah, it is. And, it's they're also playing for that fifth win. And, they're going to be ready to go. But I think our kids are too. So, I mean, I think from what everybody's said and what we're looking at, it should be a very competitive game.
You talk about things that you've improved from week to week outside of the Olympia game. You talk about big plays. I mean, you really haven't given those types of plays up. Right. That's a huge improvement year over year.
Yeah, it is. I mean, our kids our front seven's pretty good. Olympia they're just a totally different animal. But, I thought last week our kids played really well defensively. I mean, it's one of those things where we've been working this week on fixing a couple issues on the outside and making sure we're, making those tackles when we have an opportunity to, and hoping tonight, that improvement keeps showing.
Well, I know I don't want to talk about last week's game too much, but one time your defense was on the field when they got the ball at the 3-yard line to try to defend. Another time I think it was inside the 25, and another time inside the 30. And one of those times they made a stop. So right. I don't know if people really realize how good that defensive unit played last week.
No, they did, and we told them that this on Monday when we were watching the film is we did not put our defense in really good positions at times, and as you said, they got to stop once, and two other times they didn't. So we have to play a complete game on all sides, special teams, offense, everything, and we repped a crap out of stuff this week that we needed to work on special teams and offense to make sure that if we do have to, if we don't score on a drive, we need to give our defense an opportunity.
Offensively, it's no secret what you're trying to do. Keep the ball on the ground, keep things rolling, get the ball in the hands of your playmakers the same way you've done it so far. But yeah, you talked about ball security. It's been an issue, and it's been something that you've been trying to address.
Yeah, it has. And the thing is, our kids, they're just as mad at themselves as they are. Anybody else could be mad at them. Lane had a couple last week and had the ball covered with two hands, and it still came out. So, I mean, he's really worked good at practice of even exaggerating covering the ball. Jesse has really worked hard at correcting it. It's something, but I mean, it's football. It happens at the college level, happens at the NFL level. But we just continue to work on it, and the kids continue to really focus on it during practices.
I think people need to remember sometimes when a fumble happens, the defense did their job. It didn't mean the offense didn't do their job. It just means the defense was a little better that time.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. You see it at all levels, and these guys know it, and they're just as upset about it as anybody else is, and they've never they don't blame anybody else, and they do a good job of being accountable and holding themselves accountable and working at it, and they're not just they're not trying to just pass the buck off to anybody else. So it's been, as I said, that has been an issue, and we continue to work on it this week. And, as I said, sometimes the defense is just in the right spot at the right time.
The record's not where anybody wants it to be, but, an opportunity to improve on that starting tonight. And, I mean, you're kind of now starting what feels like kind of a playoff run, right? Like every game is that important from this point on.
Yeah, it is. Win tonight is big. That kind of sets us up. And our kids, they know that, and they know, they want to come out and they, show that, yeah, we've lost 3 out of the last 4, but we're actually playing pretty well defensively. Offensively, we need to kind of be more consistent across the board, but they're ready to go there, and this isn't a group that gets intimidated, so I'm excited to see what they do.
I want to touch real briefly on your younger levels. Your JV team's had some heartbreaking losses. I think everything they've played has been a one-possession game. But it's good for some of those kids. You've got some of your juniors that obviously start on the varsity side, don't go play that, which if people don't know, juniors playing in the JV game in the Sangamo is very, very common amongst programs. But those kids are having some really good opportunities to grow their skill set as well.
Yeah, I mean, our underclassmen game, we're kind of seeing that progression where they're, they're learning how to compete at this level. We've had, as you said, close games on every under-level class game. Even last night with our freshmen, they win 30-28 in overtime. I mean, it's something that is good to see because even though JV, they don't get to practice hardly at all together as a group, they're still playing hard. They're competing, and they're just kind of figuring out like what a competition at this level is like, and it's starting to show on the scoreboards.
That's Pittsfield Sockeye head coach Zach Ferguson. We continue on with the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
Beard Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, proudly serving farmers since 1937. We know how important it is to your operation to keep you running. 4 convenient locations in Ashland, Orangeville, Pittsfield, and Hannibal, Missouri. Beard Implement Company, our people, your advantage.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield. Helena Agri, Camp Point, Illinois, is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Central Illinois Athletics. For all your seed, fertilizer, and chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agri, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, and Matt Hughes, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 593-7761 for Helena Agri of Camp Point.
In high school athletics, winning and losing is a part of the experience. Sportsmanship should also be part of the game at all times. That's why Farm and Home Supply and Refreshment Services Pepsi are teaming up to recognize the good sport of the week. Nominations for the weekly award can be made by messaging the Central Illinois Sports Facebook page. Help us recognize the good things about sports. Weekly winners will receive a $25 gift card to Farm and Home Supply. Again, send your nominations to the Central Illinois Sports Facebook page today. Shireman Memorials has been serving the area since 2014 with local and affordable memorial and specialty items production. Jason Shireman has over 20 years of experience and is committed to providing his customers with the best experience. With expertise in sandblasting, carving, etching, and design, you will be dealing with someone who has the knowledge and experience to make a memorial your family can be proud of for generations. You'll find Shireman Memorials at 1135 West Washington Street in Pittsfield and online at shiremanmemorials.com.
When you're ready to restock your pantry, go to Kay's Family Food in Camp Point, Illinois. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. through 8 p.m. Be proud, Camp Point area. Kay's Family Food is the only locally owned grocery store in Adams County outside Quincy. Delicious donuts daily, great lunch specials, fresh cut meats, fresh produce. Kay's Family Food are committed to the area and the school. When you support your local store, they can support you and your school and community. When you need to restock, think of Kay's Family Food, 593-6814.
Back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, thanks to Zach Ferguson for the pregame interview and Justin Poor alongside. And Justin, this pretzel program has been one that has kind of had their way with Pittsfield over the years. I think the Sockies have only beaten them once or twice since they've been in the Sangamo, and the last time Pittsfield played here, they took a pretty good shellacking to this New Berlin pretzel team.
Yeah, that was a game that Pittsfield came into, and they thought they probably have a chance to win, and it did not work out that way for the Sockies.
Sockies have played well at times this season, but have not been able to put it all together and get those victories close Well, I've heard only counts on a couple of things, and while Pittsfield is definitely more competitive, they're trying to get that edge to take them over the top.
Yeah, that's right. It seems like first half they seem to be able to handle any team that they play, but come out of halftime and we just maybe can't make the adjustments that we need to make, or the other team makes adjustments that just takes us completely out of it.
This New Berlin team, who's had some good quarterbacks over the years, has gone to a little more of a run-heavy offense, and they put up some points early on in this season. I don't know how big of a deal is a week off as in a high school football season. I don't know. I've really never experienced that, but you wouldn't think it wouldn't hurt you too much.
Wouldn't hurt, but you only get so many games in your high school career, so every game that you can play, you're just going to get better, I feel. But if you're showing some injuries, that gives you another week to heal up, correct things that you've seen wrong.
Both teams come into this contest fairly healthy, and this should be a pretty quick ball game for the most part, as both teams are going to keep it on the ground predominantly, plus I'm going to guess 25, 30-mile-an-hour wind blowing across the field would probably prevent much passing from happening if you wanted to either way. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Let's take a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting Pittsfield Sockies, they'll start up front with Clayton Reinhardt at the center. Reinhardt is a 6'1", 220-pound senior. At the left guard tonight is Jaron White, the 6'4", 290-pound senior. And the left tackle is Zane Perry, the 6'3", 280-pound junior. Owen Shaw lines up as the right guard. He's 6'1", 215 pounds and a senior. And the right tackle is Cordell McKee, the 6' and 230-pound senior. Draven Peterbow lines up at the tight end. He's a 6'2", 225-pound senior. The wideouts for the Sockies are Carter Frazier, the 5'10", 160-pound senior, and Taylor Graham, the 6', 165-pound junior. In the backfield for the Sockies, Lane Foster, the 5'9", 140-pound senior, and Jesse Davidsmeyer, the 5'9", 200-pound senior. Jonas Anderson is the quarterback for the Sockies. He's 6'2", 165 pounds, and a junior. For the New Berlin Pretzels, 4-0 on the season. They'll start up front like this. At center will be the 5'10", 230-pound junior, Drew Bischoff. Keaton Teal starts at the right guard. He's a 6', 230-pound senior, and Blake Hermes starts at the right tackle. He's 6'2", 235 pounds, and a junior. Carter Pence starts at left guard. He's a 6'1", 260-pound senior. And at left tackle is Cash Thomas, the 6'2", 225-pound junior. For the Pretzels at the wideout spots, we'll see Owen DeRoser. He is a 5'9", 165-pound senior. And then we'll also see Charlie Newman lining up at tight end. He's a 6'1", 195-pound junior for this Pretzel squad. Quarterback is Brady Cruz. He's a 5'10", 160-pound junior. Joining him in the backfield will be Wyatt Rapaz. He is a 6', 210-pound senior. Also Gabe Lyons, a 5'10", 175-pound senior. And Clark Nelson, the 6'1", 190-pound senior for the 4-0 New Berlin Pretzels. Thanks to Farm and Home Supply for bringing us our starting lineups on Central Illinois Sports. We'll step aside here and get ready for our national anthem next.
Petty Construction and owner Joe Petty, specializing in commercial and residential roofing systems. They design, build new homes and additions and renovations to your home. Interior and exterior renovations are their specialty. Petty Construction and Joe Petty have the experience in building you are looking for. Call 217-779-6384 or on the web at joe.petty@pettyconstruction.com. Building your community one job at a time.
At Farmers State Bank of Camp Point, we're proud to have been a part of our community for over a century, supporting families, athletes, and fans every step of the way. Just like your favorite Panthers team, we're dedicated to giving our best. With over 100 banks and ATMs throughout the area, we're here to help you on and off the field, no matter where the game takes you. So whether you're cheering in the stands, traveling to the next big game, or just supporting your community, trust Farmers State Bank of Camp Point to be with you all the way. Farmers State Bank of Camp Point, where tradition meets hometown pride.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Stotzi Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stotzi Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stotzi Automotive and Tire.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties, along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs, or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
Best Systems Auto Sales, located at 802 West Washington Street in Pittsfield between Best Systems Car Wash and O'Reilly Auto Parts, is the place to go for your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. Check out this deal from Best Systems Auto Sales. This 2019 Jeep Compass Limited is priced to sell at just $22,500. With only 29,000 miles, leather interior, and new tires, this vehicle is ready to roll off the lot today. Contact Best Systems Auto Sales to take a test drive. 217-939-7664.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Brian Dickut Trucking, LLC has been in business since 1995. Brian Dickut Trucking offers hauling of liquid and dry fertilizer, grain, rock, feed, lime, with local and long-distance hauling. Brian Dickut Trucking is located at 1878 East 2100 Street, Camp Point. Call them at 217-257-8302. That's 257-8302. Long dumps, short dumps, hoppers, and tanks. When you need it hauled, trust the experts at Brian Dickut Trucking, LLC in Camp Point. They deliver.
Look at that sky over the top of the Pretzel Field here at New Berlin. A beautiful night, a little windy, but pretty nice evening for high school football action. Nice job by the New Berlin Pretzel Band with the national anthem here on site and their school song. Really doing a nice job for a good crowd in attendance here this evening for this matchup between the 4-0 Pretzels and the 1-3 Sockies of Pittsfield. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by our friends at Bowlers Universe. Come out and enjoy the fun of Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield, Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Fridays until midnight, Saturdays 4 to midnight. They have a great special each day during the week. Check them out at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield. They also have open bowling tomorrow starting at 4 o'clock, so make sure to take the family and enjoy the day at Bowlers Universe. The Sockies are getting ready to take the field. And as you can tell with the flags coming out, the wind is blowing. It's out of the north. Hurricane Helene is out of the south. Really a pretty nice night, though, considering what it could have been. Several schools south of here. Justin actually played last night. I know Belleville Althoff and Alton Marquette played last evening, and it was a barn burner. It was 49-0 at halftime for that little 1A school in Belleville Althoff. But some teams tried to get it out of the way to make sure the weather didn't hamper the game. I don't think you'll see that much tonight with both of these teams keeping the ball on the ground most of the evening.
Yeah, it kind of got lucky with no rain. It kind of missed it on and off all day today, but they called for pretty good rain this weekend, and it seems like now that maybe we're going to miss out on most of them.
You heard Pittsfield coach Zach Ferguson talk about the need for ball security for his squad, and that's really been an issue. You know, you take a look at that Williamsville game. They gave them the ball one time at the 3-yard line. They gave them the ball inside the 25, and once inside the 30. Williamsville scored on 2 of those 3, but if you take away either one of those scores, Pittsfield's in the game right until the end, maybe with a chance to win it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, block punt, you know, that was just a good play by a strong defense. But the fumbles and the drops that we've had this year are, well, not that they can never come at a fortunate time, but seem to always come at the most inopportune times.
New Berlin has taken their sideline as well. They're in their orange uniforms with the blue pants and blue numbers. The Sockies are wearing the whites tonight with the gray pants and white tops, red numbering as well. The officials and captains will meet here for the coin toss in just a moment.
You're on the yellow.
Yeah. You guys need some power? All right. Getting some things situated here in the press box at New Berlin. They're building a brand new high school facility here just behind us, and it's really taking shape. They said they were hoping maybe to get into it possibly by the Christmas break. So they're coming right along there and going to be moving into that new school. Well, maybe they conducted the coin toss off-site because Pittsfield has come out and they're in their return team, so they will start with the ball in their possession here this evening. Sit back and enjoy all the action on Central Illinois Sports. Sun is setting, lights starting to take over here at the field. Wind is blowing across the field out of the north. This field sits east to west, or west to east if you're looking at it as you are now. West would be on your left, east would be on your right. But other than punting and maybe kicking off, I don't think we're going to see that wind be a huge factor here this evening.
Probably not going to come down to a field goal. Probably not going to be a lot of passing. So, yeah.
If it does, you better hook it back the other direction.
That's right.
Clark Nelson will get the ball from the official and tee this one up, ready to kick it off from the left hash for the New Berlin Pretzels. This was a cooperative with Franklin and Waverly as well. Of course, Franklin and Waverly are together with sports, and they call themselves South County, the Vipers. And a little bit of rain falls because we said it wouldn't.
Well.
And that's how things work.
Broadcaster curse.
Pittsfield has Foster back deep along with, looks like Taylor Graham. See what special teams coach Tom Shaw has dialed up here to start tonight. He's a trickster. You got to watch him. I'm just glad he's wearing his matching shirt this week. All right, Nelson is ready to go, as are the officials as they give the opening whistle, and Nelson says the ball fell down. You, go hold it. That you would happen to be James Johnson. James is the 6 foot, 200-pound junior. And tell you what, Clark Nelson, he seems like a guy that might be in charge here, because as soon as he pointed, Johnson went right over there.
Jumped right on it.
I bet you they talked about that. Unlike the time Pittsfield kicked a field goal to beat Brown County back in the fall of 2001, I believe. 3-2 on a last-second field goal where the holder was on the wrong side. All right, Nelson says he's ready again, as the man will hold the ball for him, and he'll put his boot into this one. A high kick. It won't go extremely deep, but Graham will take it at about the 20. Now it bounces over his head and goes out of bounds, and it'll be a fortunate turn of events for the Sakis here as they look at the ball with the penalty. Lee Corso's upstairs on the PA. Didn't know he traveled this much these days. Thought he did a lot of the game day stuff, but he's here on the PA tonight. Now, the interesting part will be, did Graham touch it before it went out of bounds?
It didn't appear so, but
they are going to say he did not, and they'll put it at the 35, and that's where Pittsfield will start 1st and 10. So the Sakis come out with a single receiver to the left-hand side in Frazier. Single man on the right is Taylor Graham. Jonas Anderson is under center with his backs Davidson-Meyer and Foster in the backfield. They'll give it to Davidson-Meyer running up the middle. Stood up there quickly after a short gain on the play. Blake Hermes in on the stop. A gain of a couple on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 from the 37-yard line. Nice job by the defensive front here for this New Berlin team.
Well, neither team's going to surprise the defense with much. They're just going to run right at you.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like 1985 football. We have a wishbone on one side and an I formation on the other, but it looks like to me it has worked fairly successfully for New Berlin, and Pittsfield has been much more competitive on their side as well. 2nd and 8 from the 37-yard line as Anderson sets up under center. A lot of guys up in the box. They'll give it off to Foster, the deep back this time. He'll gain a couple up near the 40-yard line. Call him down near the 39 is where they believe they will put the ball. Another gain of 2, and it's a 3rd down and 6. So a big 3rd down play here early in the contest, just underway, a minute into the game or so. And it's 3rd down for the Sakis as they'll bring Archer off the field and add another receiver, I would believe, here.
Yeah, Frazier checked in.
Frazier is split out to the left-hand side. Graham wide right, and he is wide right.
Heading towards Graham.
3rd down, and it is a long 6 as Anderson is going to pitch it outside. Looking to get the edge is Foster. He's hit. He breaks the tackle, but not much there across the 40-yard line to the 41. Another 2-yard gain. It's a 4th and 4, and Pittsfield should be in punt formation here in a moment as a good job by the New Berlin defensive front to slow down this Saki run game to start tonight. So Cook will be in to punt from his own 28-yard line. And who do we have back deep for the Pretzels? Can't get him to turn, and let me see that number yet. Cook gets a good snap. It is a low line drive kick. It'll take us. That's Clark Nelson. It'll take a Saki bounce and roll out of bounds near the 20-yard line. No, it won't go out of bounds. Buddy Marable says, no, keep it in. All right, Bodie. Doesn't matter either way, Bud, but it'll be at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Pretzels will take over 1st and 10 with 9 minutes, 49 seconds to play in the opening quarter.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their tasks. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
9:49 to play in the first. Here come the Pretzels in action here. They'll give the ball off along the left-hand side. That's Nelson breaking outside. Nearly got it out there and would have gone maybe for a touchdown there, as it is here a gain out to the 25, 5-yard pickup on the play on his first carry of the night, and it brings up a 2nd down and 5. Wishbone formation here predominantly for this Pretzel team, and they're 4-0 on the year, right back to the line as Cruz is under center. See who comes out of there with the ball, and it's Nelson again, and Nelson's going to take this one to the house. He's at the 30, 25-20, 15-10, and 5, and Clark Nelson has reservations for 6 on a 75-yard touchdown run with 9:34 to play here in the opening quarter. The first play nearly broke for a touchdown, and Nelson, as they came right back at it again, went right up the gut, 75 yards for the score, and the Pretzels have an early 6-0 lead on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Kicker will be in here. Holder is Owen DeRoser. Is that an 83, Justin, or an 82? Or an 88? 88. All right, Brock Dennis is your kicker here. In this windy night, see how this goes. Hold is down, the kick is up. It looks to be good from our angle, and it is as Dennis takes it in after the 75-yard run by Nelson. It's New Berlin 7, Pittsfield nothing.
For delicious, authentic Italian pizza and pasta, it's Gianni's Pizza on the square in Pittsfield. From delicious appetizers to a wide selection of specialty pizzas and pastas, Gianni's has something everyone will enjoy. Take advantage of the Gianni's Pizza Special, where you can order any extra large pizza and receive a free small one-topping pizza. For carryout or delivery, call 285-4002. That's 285-4002 for Gianni's Pizza on the square in Pittsfield.
Clark Nelson takes it 75 yards. The kick after was good by Dennis, and New Berlin leads 7-0 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Good start here on homecoming for the orange and blue Pretzels. The drive that took just 2 plays, a 5-yard gain on the first play, and then the 75-yard gain on the next.
Only took 15 seconds.
That can be an eternity, though, depending on what part of the game you're in. 9:34 to play in the first, as Nelson, who does a lot for this team, will have it teed up ready to kick it off again. Wind picks up a bit here, again blowing crossways on this field here this evening. Pittsfield has 5 guys in the front line.
And they're on the 50.
Looks to be kind of a hands team almost.
Yeah.
And maybe expecting a short kick with the wind. Ball went out of bounds on the opening kickoff, but you could tell that wind kind of wreaked havoc with it anyway, as Graham, who's usually pretty sure-handed, had trouble reeling that one in. Nelson's kick this time is a line drive kick. It'll be taken by Foster. Foster up across the 20, 25. Makes a man miss, is taken down across the 30, near the 31-yard line. Call it the 32, John says, and with 9:27 to play here in the first, that's where Pittsfield will start their second drive of the evening. So the Sakis had a quick 3 and out on their first drive of the night. Call it the 31 because John lies. Lies. Oh, Morgan Wallen. Can't believe he's still in the game, but he's kind of at the top of it right now, it appears. New Berlin does a little shifting on the defensive front here. With the I formation behind the quarterback, Anderson. Here's a run to Foster. Not much room on the outside. Good play here by Wyatt Peters to turn things back in. Looks like that's near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of a yard on the play. Back to the 30. This will bring up a second down and 11. This defensive front for the Pretzels squad is really playing well here in the early going.
Seem to be holding their own. Yeah.
Second down and 11. Clock counting here in the opening quarter. 7-0, the early advantage for New Berlin.
Wasn't a lot of room to work on the short side there, and they clogged him up in a hurry.
I formation again. It's a delayed run here by Anderson himself. He'll break a tackle, now try to get the corner on the outside. Has a good gain on the play, up near the 40-yard line before he's taken down. Just shy of the 40 at the 39, a 9-yard pickup, and that will result in a third down and 2 yards to go. I couldn't tell if that was a broken play or Anderson just, it was a broken play. It wasn't a broken play, design play. When it works, of course it was on purpose.
Heck yeah.
Third down and 2 here. Much more of a manageable situation for the Sakis. They're quick to the line. Anderson will hand it off to Davidsmeyer along the right-hand side, stacked up after a very short gain. Right at the 40, it appears. A gain of a yard, and this will bring up a 4th down and a yard to go, and a decision here for Zach Ferguson and his coaching staff to make early. And it appears that they will keep the offense on the field. So from their own 40-yard line on a chancy play right here.
Early in the game, but you still feel like this is maybe a big play since they came out and scored so fast on their first drive.
But if New Berlin could get a stop here, my oh my, that momentum would be swung fully in their direction. It'd be a hard count here first. Got to get the play off. Play clock is almost at zeros. They'll hand it off to Davidsmeyer. Won't have to worry about the drama here as he'll get the first down. Up across the 41, call it to the 43. A 3-yard pickup and a 1st and 10 for the Sockies. Blair Witch Project there for a moment. That's our cameraman.
Big men up front for New Berlin doing a good job holding their own. Socky big men get a good push there, and Davidsmeyer picks up 3.
Up front for New Berlin, you see Thomas, Hermes, Moore, and Johnson up front, really doing a good job with that 4-man front. 1st and 10 for the Sockies from their own 43. Put a man in motion, hands it off to the motion man, and Foster. Nice job staying home that time was Peters, and Foster slipped as well. Got back to the line of scrimmage, it appears, and it's 2nd down and 10. Peters, though, from the defensive inside was right there, had Foster not fallen down, ready to make the stop.
Well, looks like a loss of 1 there.
All right, called a loss of 1 back to the 42, 2nd and 11. First time we've seen Foster run the jet sweep this season. 2nd and 11, 6:25 and counting in the opening quarter. As Graham splits out wide to the right. Frazier to the left. Have not seen Pittsfield go to the air yet in this game. 2nd and 11. Here is Anderson, back to pass, has some time, rolling to his right, throws on the run, sliding play over there by Graham. It looks like he has it up near the 48-yard line. A pickup on the play of 6 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Good job of Graham that time to come back to the ball.
Was underthrown a bit, kind of against the wind. I think there's a song to be sung there if you'd like. It is 3rd and 5. The Sockies are 1 of 2 on 3rd downs so far tonight. See if they go to the air again, possibly here. Appears to be Peterbilt lined up at the tight end on the left-hand side. They'll hand it off to Foster. Foster is met right at the hole that time.
Loss of 2.
Really nice play right up the middle by Gabe Lyons on the stop. He will get back to the line, it looks like, with forward progress and bring up a 4th down and a punting situation now for the Sockies. Even though they went for it 4th and 1 from their own 40, they will not chance it here from the 48.
Yeah, 4th and 5 is not as manageable.
As Cook gets a low snap. He'll kick it.
Quick kick.
Again over end, and it'll bounce take a good Socky bounce. And in fact, too far as it rolls all the way into the end zone. And that'll be a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 20-yard line for New Berlin with 4 minutes, 54 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Let's take a look on the Northwestern Mutual Instant Replay. Thanks to Sheila Davidsmeyer and her team for sponsoring the instant replay on that last big hit by Gabe Lyons. You see him meet Foster right at the hole that time and drive him backwards. And this New Berlin defense has also come to play. So it's 1st and 10 for the Pretzels. Same place they started their opening drive from their own 20-yard line, as Cruz will be under center with the wishbone formation behind him. He'll hand it off along the right-hand side this time, or did Cruz keep it himself? Looks like Cruz kept it himself that time to the 20, right at the 20-yard line, it appears. No gain, no loss. 2nd down and 10. We are in the middle section of this press box, and that means height-wise, it's a little harder to see over the top of the players on the near sideline to see where the ball is marked. But it looks to be right on the 20 on the 2nd and 10. Cruz under center. He'll put Nelson in motion from the right-hand side and pitch it out to him, looking for space as the Sockies don't keep contained here. Archer will drag him down, but not after a 1st down run by Clark Nelson all the way up to the 33-yard line, a 13-yard pickup, and a 1st and 10 for New Berlin.
He's approaching 100 yards already. He's only had 3 runs.
Easier when you pick up 75 of them on one, right?
Yeah. I don't think I can run that far
I
anymore.
said, why don't you just do that all the time? You don't have to worry about putting.
He did a great job grabbing the edge there.
Cruz is again under center. Saki's jump off sides, and that'll give him a free 5 yards for New Berlin. Move the ball up to the 38.5-yard line and bring up a first down and 5 instead. Good strategy here by this New Berlin squad. James Dombacher, the head coach, 4-5 a year ago. Looking to get that 5th win, start the season 5-0, and really have momentum going in their direction here. Under 4 minutes to play in the opening quarter. First down here. They'll keep it with Cruz. Cruz trying to get outside and has the corner, has the first down. Across midfield into Saki territory where he's picked up and slammed down.
Jaron Lawson.
Usually a penalty when that happens, but no flag thrown all the way to the 46-yard line. A pickup on the play of, 16 yards and a first and 10 for New Berlin. The Pretzels are biting off big chunks here on the ground.
Yeah, Saki's continued to struggle with containment on the edges, something we saw in the game against Olympia.
Pittsfield now looks like they're going to bring the house on the blitz, and the quarterback Cruz will be tackled in the backfield. That looked like Peterbo that time on the stop.
Smith, maybe? Yeah.
Ball will be moved forward just about a half a yard. Near the 45 is where it rests on the nose of the football. It's 2nd down and 9. Smith also in on the stop. Thank you. 2nd and 9 as the Sakis came with the linebacker blitz that time. 3:05 and counting on what has been a quick first quarter. Single receiver now split to the right-hand side as Cruz will have the double wing formation. They'll put Nelson in motion. Again, pitch it to him on the outside. Now he cuts it back toward the middle where he's met by Zane Perry and Luke Archer that time on a nice defensive play by the Sakis. Cordell McKee also in on the stop. No gain, no loss, and it's 3rd down for New Berlin. The first time they have faced a 3rd down play here early in this contest.
Was that Nelson on the carry?
Nelson on the carry again, yes. If you wonder why Pittsfield has as much trouble as they do on the containment on the outside, they put that usually a 3-man front. They do have 4 down linemen right now. But that outside linebacker usually ends up being your guy that is your contain, and then he and the cornerback, man, that's a tough ask. Here's an end-around play, and it is wide open for Gabe Lyons. Lyons cuts back. Slick field. He's still on his feet. Has the first down. Inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A pickup of 17 yards on the play, and a first and 10 for the Pretzels. We saw Lyons have a big defensive play when the Sakis had the ball, and now he has a big run to take it all the way down to the Pittsfield 29-yard line to be exact.
Lawson had a good tackle there again, but would really like the running backs not to get all the way back to Lawson.
They'll put Nelson in motion. Pittsfield shows the blitz. Cruz comes up from under center. Still 19 seconds on the play clock as Nelson will step back in his wingback position. And now New Berlin moves early. And that'll be a false start on the Pretzels. Their first penalty of the evening. Move the ball back to the 34-yard line and bring up a first down and 15. So trying to get Pittsfield to jump off sides a couple of times, and then the Pretzels, after being in that stance for a while, had a little early movement.
Sometimes you lose count of how many goes you heard.
First down and 15 from the Pittsfield 34. Cruz barks out the signals. He takes the snap, hands it to Nelson on the end around, cuts it back in the middle, and is met by a host of Sakis. Perry did a good job of keeping contained that time. Tackle here made by McKee, along with Shaw or Peterbo. Looked like Peterbo that time. Loss of a yard back to the, where are we at, guys? Is that the 41-yard line? 2-yard loss, we'll call it. And it's 2nd down and 17.
Yeah, Perry did a good job getting in the backfield there and turning him back to the middle where he had help from his friends.
Here's a carry on the right-hand side by Lyons. He's just going to run out of room along the sideline as he's shoved out of bounds. Has a nice gain inside the 30. Looks to be close to the 29-yard line. That would be a
maybe 28.
28-yard line even. Yeah. Thanks, guys. It's really hard to see. It's 3rd and 9. He picked up 9 on that play, Justin. It's 3rd and 9 from the 29. So 4-down territory, you would suppose. Man went out of bounds.
Third and long, but yeah, four down territory. So
clock stops here at the 1:11 mark as Cruz has the wishbone behind him. Pitches it outside to Lyons. Lyons loses the ball. It is loose, and Pittsfield says they have it, and it appears that they do. So Lyons was hit hard and coughed it up there with 1 minute and 5 seconds to play in the first quarter. And Pittsfield will take over 1st and 10 from their own. Where are they setting the ball, guys? 23-yard line?
Yeah.
Zone 23.
Well, we talked about Pittsfield's unfortunate fumbling situations from time to time. That one there is tough for the Pretzels as they were driving pretty well and then end up giving the ball away instead.
1st and 10 for the Sockies as Graham and Lawson split out to the right-hand side. Frazier has the receiver on the left. Anderson is in the pistol. He'll hand it off up the middle. That's to Davidsmeyer. Davidsmeyer will take it across the 25-yard line near the 27. A gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 6. Or 7. With 43 seconds to play here in the first. Well, actually mark that ball near the 26. It's 2nd and 7.
That's why I write it in pencil.
That's why I write it in pen. Very well could be the final play of the first quarter here. Barring an incomplete pass or something of that nature. Sockies will put Graham in motion now. They will pitch it out to Foster. Foster cuts back toward the middle. Good gain on the play. On an ice hole across the 30-yard line. Taken down near the 33. Solid pickup on the play. Will bring up a 3rd down and short as he picked up 6. It'll be 3rd and a yard to go. And that will be the final play of the opening quarter. It's New Berlin 7-0 on a 75-yard run by Clark Nelson. The Sockies get it back on a fumble recovery, as you'll see it on the Northwestern Mutual instant replay as we head to break. It's New Berlin 7, Pittsfield 0.
Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this season. If you're looking to get team shirts or spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square feet of retail space, so pop in and see what we have to offer. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, and banners. The Walker family has proudly owned and operated Press Yours On You for over 18 years. Being a small-town business, our goal is customer satisfaction. We would like to thank everyone who has supported us. As always, thank you for supporting local.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Ready to start the second quarter, a 7-0 New Berlin lead on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Pittsfield with the ball 3rd and 1 from their own 33 here to start quarter number 2. Anderson takes the snap, hands it to Davidsmeyer on the left-hand side, has the first down, fights forward, close to the 40-yard line. They'll mark him shy of that to the 39. Gain of 6 on the play and a 1st and 10 for Pittsfield.
Real good push from the Saukey front there that time. 39?
The 39-yard line here, 1st and 10 for Pittsfield. You ever feel like you hear voices in your head?
No.
It's in my head. I formation behind the quarterback, Anderson, as they'll have an offset man on the left-hand side in Marable. Takes the snap, pitches it to Foster, trying to get the corner. Has the corner. Breaks a tackle outside, has the first down as he's shoved out of bounds inside Pretzel territory near the 48-yard line, it looks like here. A pickup of 13 yards on the play and another 1st and 10 they'll mark it at the 50. Hey, okay. Calling an 11-yard gain. The heck do I know? 1st and 10. Just looking at where the referee was standing, but they'll put it at the 50-yard line. So not quite into Pretzel territory. So I believe New Berlin on their home field does own the 50. 1st and 10, right at midfield, just underway in the second quarter. Handoff goes right up the middle. That is to Davidsmeyer. Bowls his way forward. Now he's into New Berlin territory. Inside the 45 to the 43. 7-yard pickup on the play by Davidsmeyer. And it's 2nd down and 7. This is an old school football game right here. A lot of runs, a lot of movement up front. John could be buying steaks at the Texas Roadhouse before you know it.
I'm done.
He said he'll buy for everybody in the press box, except that guy. 2nd down and 3. 10 seconds on the play clock as the Sakis come to the line here. Skinny guys can't trust him. Pittsfield needs to have a little sense of urgency. They get the ball to Davidsmeyer. He's got the first down for the Sakis. Good blocks out in front. He's down near the 36-yard line. 7-yard pickup again for Davidsmeyer, and picking him up in chunks right now from the fullback is the Saki outfit. So 1st and 10 from the 36. As you'll see it again on the replay. Good blocks on that left-hand side. Perry's over there along with White on that left side. 1st and 10. Perry actually used to live in New Berlin, believe it or not. Traded him for a player to be named later. They'll hand it off to the deep back. That's Foster this time. Bounces it outside. Going to get a positive carry inside the 35 to the 33. 3-yard pickup on the play. It'll be a 2nd and 7.
Good job kind of making something out of nothing there. They did a good job containing the edge, and one player went for the ball, and he did a good job securing it.
We see Otker come into the game now as he'll give Foster a little bit of a blow here, and Lane came up a little limp, it looked like there. He'll get a look at the trainer.
Otker did a good job last week getting some carries in.
Looks like Tom Shaw's looking at him, maybe do some of that voodoo magic that he knows. Sakis are under center again. Give it to Davidsmeyer. Looks for a hole here. It closes quickly.
Not much there.
Down near the 31-yard line. A couple yards on that play, and it's 3rd down and 5. 3rd and 5 from the Pretzels' 31-yard line. This is about where New Berlin was on their drive when they fumbled the ball to stop their last hurrah.
Again, 4-down territory. Probably not going to see much kicking going on, so you got 2 plays to pick up that 5 yards.
Otker and Davidsmeyer in the backfield. Archer, Peterbilt, and Marable on that left side in the off-balance alignment. Anderson will pitch it out to Otker. Otker turns it upfield. Looks like he's near the sticks here. Has to be close to a first down if he doesn't have it. John said they will move these sticks down near the 26-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play, which is what Pittsfield needed, and a 1st and 10.
Yep, now they're moving them. Box guy said, no, we're 4th down. But
Box guy, is that like Stoop Kid? And it looks like we have an Adams Network timeout for the fastest internet that won't buffer no matter what life throws at you. It's Adams Fiber. They're local and providing the best internet experience. Visit followthefiber.net. Timeout was taken by the Pretzels, their first of the contest, with 8:09 to play here in the half. 7-0 is the New Berlin lead on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Saki started at their own 23. They're down to the Pretzel 26-yard line as they'll come out of the timeout with Davidsmeyer and Foster lining up in the backfield. Good run by Otker, though, a moment ago, the junior running back.
Wind's really picked up.
It is pretty stiff out of the north. Winter's coming.
That's what they say.
Anderson is under center. He will hand it off to Davidsmeyer. He gets to the initial tackler, but then hit by one of the backers close to the 25-yard line, it looks like here. Give him a gain of a yard on the play, and it's 2nd down and 9. Quite a bit of rain here in the last couple of days in New Berlin, so it's a little bit of a saturated surface here on the all-grass field. 2nd down and 9 from the 25 of the Pretzels. Archer and Marable move to the left-hand side of the formation. Peterbow is the tight end on the right as everybody's in tight here. They will hand it off to the deep back in Foster. Foster is hit and driven backwards. Nelson in there along with Brock Stevenson on a big hit. No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down and 9. Tell you what, some of these Pretzel players are flying around out there tonight. Brock Stevenson, the 5'10", 190-pound senior linebacker, laying the wood that time.
That hole closed about as fast as it opened up, and those boys are not afraid to give a hit.
3rd down and 9 yards to go. As Pittsfield breaks the huddle with 10 seconds on the play clock. Everybody's still looking at the wrist as they come to the line here. Now
so
with
what
5.
time is it?
Might need to hustle. With 2 seconds on the play clock, they'll run a little inside reverse. Frazier trying to avoid the rush on the backfield. Turns the corner, ran a long way to gain
1
down near the 22-yard line. A pickup of 3 yards or so on the play. And it'll bring up a 4th down and about 6. So a 3-yard pickup on the play to the 22 as the Sakis about handed it off to the defensive end on the opposite side.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how Frazier got away from him.
Frazier did a good job outrunning him on that play because he was right
scary.
on his tail.
It is 4th down and 6. 6:05 and counting here in the half. Pretzels with the lead. Sakis trying to keep this drive alive from the New Berlin 22. Anderson tries the hard count. Comes back out from under center, and Zach Ferguson will burn his first time out of the evening with 5 minutes, 54 seconds to play in the first half. It's another Adams Network timeout, and we're back with you after this.
Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Pittsfield took the timeout. 4th down and 6 yards to go. Just under 6 minutes to play in the half, and a big play here in this contest. Pretzels, if they get it back here, could probably nearly run the clock out and get the ball to start the second half. So this play is huge. But has Zach Ferguson dialed up here. I formation. Unbalanced line on the left-hand side. They'll pitch it out to Foster. Here comes a man right through the line. Misses the tackle in the backfield. Foster stays on his feet, but then gets absolutely cracked inside the 20. Near the 19, we'll call it right at the 20-yard line. Gain 2, needed 6, and a turnover on downs with 5 minutes, 46 seconds to play in the second quarter. That ball will be at the 20-yard line for New Berlin, 1st and 10. Big-time play for the Pretzels. They shot a couple of guys in. Foster was able to break 1 tackle, but I don't know who that Pretzel was.
He came fast.
Came in, but he looked to be a little extra salty that time. Let's see it on the Northwestern Mutual replay. See Foster make the one-man miss and then could not make the other. As we're back to live action, handoff right up the middle. That looks to be to Lyons here. Or Clark Nelson, they'll call it, up to the 25. 5-yard pickup on the play, brings up a 2nd down and 5 for New Berlin. They have started every drive at their own 20-yard line so far.
Yes, they have.
This is their 3rd drive of the night.
3rd drive and 20 every time.
Have a ways to go with the wishbone. Cruz under center. Hands it off to the deep back. Again, that appears to be Nelson.
Was wrapped up pretty quick by...
And not much there forward progress. Where are they going to mark it? Let's see. That's the 28. Gain of 3 on the play, and it's 3rd down and 2.
I think McKee made the first hit there. And
caught the 24-yard line. 3rd down here and short. Cruz Takes the snap, look to pitch it. Gets it to Nelson. Nelson, man, he runs kind of like a deer, doesn't he? Very gracefully right through the would-be tacklers up to the 39-yard line. A pick up the play of 15 yards and a 1st and 10 for the Pretzels. So when you need a big play, give it to Clark Nelson so far, and he's made some big ones so far tonight. He's already eclipsed the
114 yards on the night.
That's pretty good in the first half.
Yeah.
4:25 and counting in the second quarter. Pretzels right back up with the wishbone behind the quarterback Cruz. Takes the snap, hands it off to Lyons, it looks like this time.
No, well.
Stevenson? Who got up off the pile? 7. That is Brock Stevenson on the carry. His first of the night, up near the 43-yard line. 2nd down and 6 after the 4-yard gain. Under 4 to play. Pretzels do have 2 timeouts left in this first half, as does Pittsfield. Cruz takes the snap, hands it off to the deep back, and Nelson. Nelson, big hole, cuts back toward the middle, tripped up, taken down into Pittsfield territory to the 42-yard line. Pick up on the play of 15 yards and another New Berlin 1st and 10. As Clark Nelson hits that hole hard, man, and he seems like he's always one tackle away from a touchdown.
Awesome. Saved a touchdown right there. He didn't get a hold of Nelson's leg there. He was gone.
It is never good when your defensive backs are making as many tackles as they have so far tonight.
Absolutely.
If you're Pittsfield. 3:29 and counting in the second quarter. Cruz under center. A little longer snap count. He'll give it up on the right-hand side. Lyons bounces it outside. Now has the corner as Pittsfield lost contain. Lyons has the first down and more. Down the far sideline. Taken out inside the 25. Near the 22-yard line. A 20-yard pickup on the play. And another New Berlin 1st and 10. Lyons did a nice job. That play wasn't developing right where the hole was, so he bounced it outside. Pittsfield had lost contain at that point. And it's a big play on a 20-yard gainer to the 22-yard line.
Taylor Graham got to him first, and then somebody else came in a little bit late. Probably got away with a late hit there.
Cruz is under center. Hands it off to the second back through this time. Ball carriers, Nelson. He's down near the 18, it looks like.
About a 6-yard gain.
Yep. 6-yard pickup and a 2nd down and 4. When it gets out of the middle of the field, it is hard to tell where exactly the ball is setting here. Kind of low lights as well. Wishbone formation, Cruz again. The quarterback, the junior. We'll be back to pass. No, a little designed quarterback run. And he's a quick little guy. Look at him cut back. He might go as he's taken down right at the last moment near the 5. All the way down to the 5-yard line on a 13-yard pickup by the quarterback, Brady Cruz. And it's 1st and goal from the 5 for the Pretzels.
They were able to chase him down there and keep him from scoring, but they are getting close. 1st and goal.
Hand it off to Nelson. Runs hard, but not much on the left-hand side here. Looks like he's down to the 3. 2nd and goal after the 2-yard gain. With under 2 minutes to play here in this first half. Things really setting up nicely for New Berlin right now. Cruz had a back at an early start, and that'll hurt the cause a bit here. Move it back to the 8 and make it 2nd and goal from the 8.
Second time they've been penalized for false starts tonight. 10 yards penalties.
Saki's bring an extra defensive lineman in now, it looks like, as they take. I think that was Ferguson coming off the field. 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. 1:48 to play in the half. New Berlin the 7-0 lead. They scored on their second play from scrimmage tonight on a 75-yard run. Wing formation. They'll hand it off to the wing back. Coming back to the left-hand side. Nelson is back down right where they had it just a moment ago. It appears close to the 4-yard line. Call it the 3, in fact. A 5-yard gain as he gained back the 5 they just lost on the penalty. 3rd and goal from the 3. Clock still moving here at the 1:25 mark.
Just padding stats.
I'm telling you, this is exactly what New Berlin wanted to do. They drive it down the field. They take time off the clock. Now they'll call it timeout, it appears. Want to make sure they have it dialed up exactly like they want it on third down. We'll have that play for you after this.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Welcome back. It is third down and goal from the 3-yard line for New Berlin. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Reels, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, benches, and much, much more. Stop by and see the Reel family and their team at Reels, 217-285-5013. Third and goal for the Pretzels from the 3-yard line.
Yeah.
Cruz. Long snap count, takes the snap, hands it off to the deep back. He is in for the touchdown. Touchdown for the Pretzels come to the 1:13 mark of this second quarter, as they extend the lead out to 13-0.
Was that Lyons on the carry? Or Nelson?
I thought it was Nelson.
Okay.
It's hard for me to tell here, though. I'm not going to lie. We're not very high up. So a drive that started at their own 20. At the 5:46 mark, score at 1:13 to play.
Saugee defense
11
thought
play
they
drive.
saw some movement on that, but the referees disagreed. So,
As on for the extra point attempt is Brock Dennis once again. He's made his only attempt so far tonight. DeRoser is the holder. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and the kick is deep enough. And the referees say it is good. New Berlin with a 2-score lead now just before halftime. 1:13 to play in the half. Pretzels 14, Pittsfield nothing.
This is Colt Mixer from Mixer Lumber Company in Clayton, Illinois. We have been selling grain bins for over 40 years. Our company provides years of experience, service, and quality products you can count on. GSI Grain Bins are a trusted company and are now offering their winter discounts. This is the time of year to order your new GSI grain bin. Mixer Lumber Company, where we treat people the way you want to be treated. Give us a call at 217-894-6412.
Good long drive by this Pretzel team. Started at their own 20. Cap it off with 1:13 to play in the half on a 3-yard touchdown run by Clark Nelson to take the 14-0 lead here. Pittsfield has 2 timeouts left, but they'll be looking for a good return on this kickoff.
yeah, they're going to need a quick score like New Berlin had in the first. Got to get defensive stops. Just not getting what they need.
Tonight's contest is brought to you in part by Waters Concrete. Tim Waters offers quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. It's Waters Concrete, ready to serve you. 309-252-1052.
Looks like same crew out there. Kind of I'd say our hands team. All these people do a good job probably catching a football if they needed to.
Nelson will have it teed up here. Again, no advantage with the wind as it's blowing across the field. Man, if it was blowing out of the east or the west, that could be a...
Oh, yeah.
You could kick the ball to Mars.
Well,
Nelson has the whistle from the official, ready to put his boot into this one. High kick, not extremely deep. Saugees will let it bounce, and then Graham will take it on the run. Cuts back, and he is stopped.
Well, still dragging somebody.
After a little fight there. And now a penalty flag flies, and they just threw a guy out of the game. They just threw someone out of the game, and that is this young man coming back with his hands in the air like he just don't care. It looks like...
like, what'd I do?
0, riot.
That's the
Rapaz has been ejected. Referee threw him out of the game.
He disagreed with something he had to say.
So this will be a 15-yard penalty with 1:06 to play in the half.
Where was the return to? The
I can't
20,
tell where it's sitting.
20?
23-yard line, possibly.
Okay.
So they ejected him from the game. Kind of a little bit of a quick trigger there. Ball looks to be right near the 20-yard line, so this should move it up to the 35.
It looks like it's right on the 20 right now.
With a 15-yard penalty, though, should move it to the 35.
Right.
And with 2 timeouts, or are there going to be offsetting penalties? Referee tells us we have a dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct against, he's trying to decide, must have been New Berlin, and calls it a 15-yard penalty. Let's see if we can see anything here at the end of the play. It's all behind the play. You see her pass, shove Ferguson. Ferguson came back towards him, and and there wasn't much there, was there?
Not in this referee's game, he says.
Didn't see much.
No. Anyway,
So
ball
Rapaz has
35.
been ejected from the
40.
game. Ball is at the
40.
40. The old 20-yard play. Back to pass is Anderson. Looking downfield, and it is incomplete.
There you saw the effects of the wind. That ball died and came up short.
2nd down and 10. Foster was the intended receiver out of the backfield. 2nd down and 10 yards to go from the 40-yard line. Passing game has not been a strong suit for the Sakis this year, although they haven't done it much.
We got a couple of touchdowns, a couple of big plays, but
got to be careful here, though, stopping the clock too much. A minute to play in the half. You could give New Berlin another chance to score.
Absolutely.
As Anderson will hand it off to Davidsmeyer, breaks the initial line of tacklers up across the 45 to the 46-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4 with 45 seconds and counting in this first half. 14-0 the New Berlin lead on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Graham is split out here close to us. They will send Anderson back to pass, setting up a screen to Frazier, and didn't go far. And that'll stop the clock as a timeout will be taken by New Berlin as that play goes to the 46-yard line. Bring up a 4th and 4. Pretzels called the timeout, and they're about to get the ball back one last time with a timeout in their pocket with 24.5 seconds to play in the 2nd quarter.
Sports families, come check out Central Valley Sports, the new facility in town. Located 3 miles south of Winchester at 520 Winchester Glasgow Road. Batting cages, pitching mounds, pitching machines, and more. Open to all ages and skill levels. The facility is available for team rental, individual membership, and family memberships. Be sure to check out the Central Valley Sports Facebook page for more information and stay up to date on individual lessons and camps offered throughout the year.
Timeout taken on the Adams Network, an Adams Experts timeout. Top-notch local computer sales and service. It's Adams Experts, 217-214-3423. Fast, friendly, and affordable service. Follow thefiber.net to learn more. Pittsfield will be set up to punt here, I would assume, coming out of this timeout, as Cook is on the field.
Yep.
From their own 46-yard line with 24.5 seconds to play in the half.
Not much time left on the clock, and you gotta give them as much room to go as you can. So the punt is probably the right play here.
Cook will punt from his own 34.
Better snap
Good
this
snap
time.
this time, and an end-over-end kick. Nelson will let it bounce, and it will take a nice roll for Pittsfield down near the 16-yard line, it appears here. So 1st and 10 for New Berlin with 15.3 seconds to play in the half, and probably just one play here and head to halftime, I would think. But if you're New Berlin, you're kind of playing with house money right now as you're up 14-0, and you're going to get the ball to start the second half.
Well, I think
maybe
try
you
to
take
run
a chance.
something to the outside here. Pittsfield's not been able to contain on the outside, so maybe that's
get it outside and see what happens.
See what happens, yeah. Give it to your man Cruz and just let him run.
And they'll be in the victory formation for the knee to end the first half. And we head to the Little Chess Motors halftime show, where the New Berlin Pretzels lead the Pittsfield Sockies 14-0. Halftime stats and more your way after this.
This month, Little Jess is celebrating our 55th year in business. And to show our appreciation, we're offering select new vehicles at just $55 over invoice, plus you get all the incentives. During Jeep Adventure Days, get a new 24 Jeep Wrangler Sport for just $35,700. Pay $0 down and get a super low payment of only $389 per month. Save $11,561 on a new 24 Jeep Grand Cherokee Unlimited. During Ram Power Days, you can save $13,184 on a new 2025 Ram 1500 Crew Cab. Plus, never pay more if you don't have a trade-in. Little Jess celebrating 55 years.
Game Masters Outdoors in Quincy is your ultimate destination for game cameras and hunting gear. Discover top-notch game cameras to elevate your outdoor experience. From firearms and ammunition to optics and outdoor equipment, we've got you covered. Enjoy free shipping on most orders. Browse our vast selection of high-quality gear and find everything you need for your next adventure. Visit GameMastersOutdoors.com today.
Hey, Abe. Hey, George. You know what? We love beer!
This election year, be sure to make the correct decision and vote jerseys. Over the last 4 years, we have helped put more money back in your pocket with our daily drink specials and incredible food deals. We have also made steaks great again with our partnership with GJY Beef Company. So when you are making your next dinner decision, make it Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, Illinois.
It's our job when we make these commercials to get your attention. So if you have a few seconds, on the right side of your screen, you'll see some of the best deals in our outdoor sale at your local Farm Home Supply. So either just getting outside to do some yard work, playing with the pets, or just enjoying outside. Some of the best deals right now are at farmandhomesupply.com.
Go team, go! Great Rivers Bank has a digital banking app worth cheering for. Move your money, pay your bills, deposit your checks. Hooray! Hooray! Set up a budget, manage your debit card, set up account alerts, and so much more. Our digital banking will give you a reason to stand up and cheer for banking. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Little Jess Motors halftime show on Central Illinois Sports. New Berlin enjoying the 14-0 lead here on their homecoming against the Pittsfield Sockies. Halftime stats are brought to you in part by the Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you. 2 touchdowns in this contest, both for New Berlin. The Pretzels scored at the 9:34 mark of the first quarter on a 75-yard run by Clark Nelson. The kick afterwards was good by Dennis to make it 7-0. New Berlin would then end the half with a touchdown as well. 1:13 to play in the half. A 3-yard run by Nelson again. The kick after was good by Dennis to make it a 14-0 Pretzel advantage. That is our halftime score. Justin will have a look at your halftime stats after this timeout on the Little Jess Motors halftime show.
At Logan Agri-Service, we believe that every seed holds the promise of a thriving future. Our commitment to quality and excellence is as strong as the roots we help you grow. With decades of experience, our dedicated team understands your unique needs. From cover crops to premium seeds, we have it all. But it's not just about products, it's about partnership. We're not just sellers, we're your allies in growth, your consultants in success.
Fall in love with Cascom. The leaves may be changing, but our commitment to our customers never does. Reliable high-speed internet, along with our award-winning customer service, we have knowledgeable service technicians in your area 24 hours a day. For you new customers, we are extra lovable. Call today and get a free installation on any new service. Wow! I'll bet you want our phone number, 1-800-252-1799. Call for details and a date, 1-800-252-1799.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
Before I started at DOT, like a real low point in my life, I just lost my house and I just wanted something to get myself back on my feet. I met a driver named John and he was like, man, come to DOT. They'll pay for your school, they'll pay for your CDLs. I applied and ever since then I've been very grateful. Since I've been here, I've had the opportunity to save money to buy me a home within the next couple of months. It's definitely been great. When my life needed direction, I took the wheel.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Little Jess, 3431 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois, right across from Quincy High School, the place to go for your next vehicle purchase. Their staff is committed to making the car buying process seamless and making sure each customer's needs are met. Learn more at littlejessmotor.com or see them in Quincy, Illinois, 3431 Main Street. It is a 14-0 advantage for the New Berlin Pretzels over the Pittsfield Sockies here at the halftime break, and Justin Poor has a look at some of your halftime stats.
Get it started with the New Berlin Pretzels. They have 8 first downs on the night. All their offenses come from the running. Not one pass attempt has been made. Rushing leaders include Brady Cruz, the quarterback, number 1, has 5 attempts for 29 yards. Number 22, Gabe Lyons, has 3 attempts for 48 yards. Number 7, Brock Stevenson, has 1 attempt for 4 yards. And leading the Pretzels, number 87, Clark Nelson, has 13 attempts for 145 yards. Most notably, the 75-yard touchdown run to start New Berlin's offensive game. They have been penalized 3 times for 25 yards and have 1 turnover, a fumble by number 22, Lions. The Sockies have had a hard time getting it going on offense. They do have 5 first downs on the night. On the rushing side of things, they have 79 total yards, 23 attempts. Those with rushing yards are Jonas Anderson had 1 carry for 9 yards. Lane Foster, number 27, had 10 rushes for 24 yards. Number 36, Jesse Davidsmeyer has 10 carries for 38 yards. Jay Cocker had 1 carry for 5 yards, and Carter Frazier had 1 carry for 3 yards. On the passing side of things, Sockies have 3 attempts and 2 receptions for 6 yards. Jonas Anderson completed passes to Taylor Graham and Carter Frazier. Taylor Graham having 6 yards and Carter Frazier getting no yards on his reception. They are penalized 1 time for 5 yards and have no turnovers on the night, which, if anything, is a bright spot on a kind of slow first half.
But they find themselves down in this contest by a 14-0 count, with New Berlin getting the ball to start the second half. We'll step aside here on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. We'll have some scores from around the area next.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate. Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Cranberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Are you planning on building? Let Pike County Lumber help. Whether it's big or small, we have everything you need. We carry all building materials like siding, roofing, cabinets, decking, doors, and windows, just to name a few. We also have plumbing and electrical supplies along with tools. From building your shop, your brand new home, or kitchen and bath remodel, Pike County Lumber is here to help. We're family owned for 3 generations. Pike County Lumber. For all your building needs, come see us in Pittsfield.
You've tried it, I've tried it, everyone needs to try it. Sugar and Smoke, 1258 West Washington in Pittsfield. Open Wednesday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Here's what others are saying. This place is fantastic in every way. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, ribs on the weekends, the best green beans, appetizers, nachos, pony shoes, pork burgers, celebrating 1 year in business. Sugar and Smoke, it's time to eat. Yum! 217-922-0067.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. It is a 14-0 lead for the New Berlin Pretzels on top of the Pittsfield Sockies. Our halftime scoreboard brought to you by PCRE Real Estate and Auction. Of course, you know our friends at PCRE. They've been around the area for quite some time with their experienced line of brokers. They sell it all, including tillable farmland, hunting and recreational properties, commercial buildings, residential homes, investment properties, and or anything in between. See all of their current listings at PCRErealestate.com. Well, here it's 14-0, and it's mini cheer camp night, which brings out all the fans and fun. And John's got to look at some scores from around the area, as there are currently an estimated 39, call it 64 phones recording the action on the field, and John's going to look at those scores.
The Williamsville Bullets lead the Olympia team 7-0 at half. Calhoun leads 12-0 over Greenfield Northwestern at half. Quincy High School leads 21-0 over Monmouth. Is that Monmouth United, Charlie? That's United Township.
It used to be East Moline.
Yeah, okay. United Township at half. Athens and Auburn are all tied up at 21 with 10:36 to go in the half, so that one kind of slow game as we have a very quick game here. Beardstown up 22-6 over Triopia in the first quarter there. Maroa, in the first half there.
Yep, Maroa's actually just scored again. They lead 36-8 over Dwight with 2:31 to play in the half.
Rochester leads 17-14 over U-High with 10:19 to go in the half. Camp Point Central 15-6 after getting a safety in the second quarter, at halftime, I believe now. Downs Tri-Valley is up 14-0 over El Paso Gridley in the second quarter. Farmington 26, Elmwood Brimfield nothing. I believe that was at half. Chatham Glenwood 13-6 over MacArthur at half. Porto leads Pleasant Plains 28-0 at half. Route leads over Minden Unity 17-0. Carrollton 7-0 over North Green in the second quarter. West Central leads 8-6 over Pleasant Hill at halftime.
Here it's 14-0, the advantage for New Berlin over the Pittsfield Sockies. We will break down a few more things here at halftime on an extended halftime here from New Berlin, and have more for you on the Little Jess Motors halftime show after this timeout.
Beard Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, proudly serving farmers since 1937. We know how important it is to your operation to keep you running. 4 convenient locations in Ashland, Arnsville, Pittsfield, and Hannibal, Missouri. Beard Implement Company, our people, your advantage.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield. Helena Agri, Camp Point, Illinois, is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Central Illinois Athletics. For all your seed, fertilizer, and chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agri, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, and Matt Hughes, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 593-7761 for Helena Agri of Camp Point.
In high school athletics, winning and losing is a part of the experience. Sportsmanship should also be part of the game at all times. That's why Farm and Home Supply and Refreshment Services Pepsi are teaming up to recognize the good sport of the week. Nominations for the weekly award can be made by messaging the Central Illinois Sports Facebook page. Help us recognize the good things about sports. Weekly winners will receive a $25 gift card to Farm and Home Supply. Again, send your nominations to the Central Illinois Sports Facebook page today. Shireman Memorials has been serving the area since 2014 with local and affordable memorial and specialty items production. Jason Shireman has over 20 years of experience and is committed to providing his customers with the best experience. With expertise in sandblasting, carving, etching, and design, you will be dealing with someone who has the knowledge and experience to make a memorial your family can be proud of for generations. You'll find Shireman Memorials at 1135 West Washington Street in Pittsfield and online at shiremanmemorials.com.
When you're ready to restock your pantry, go to Kay's Family Food in Camp Point, Illinois. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. through 8 p.m. Be proud, Camp Point area. Kay's Family Food is the only locally owned grocery store in Adams County outside Quincy. Delicious donuts daily, great lunch specials, fresh cut meats, fresh produce. Kay's Family Food are committed to the area and the school. When you support your local store, they can support you and your school and community. When you need to restock, think of Kay's Family Food, 593-6814.
Back with you on the Little Jazz Motors halftime show. 14-0 New Berlin on top. Pretzels will also get the ball to start that second half, Justin. And, a big play on the second play from scrimmage, and then a nice long sustained drive from New Berlin on the offensive side has given them this lead. But what's really made the difference is the way their defense has been flying around here tonight.
Yeah, and they hit hard. I'm sure our running backs can tell you that they're not letting up. Lane Foster took a couple of really good hits. And then they pile us up in the middle, too. Their defense has done a good job. And then their offense just grinds. They had another long drive, cut short by a fumble. They were marching at that point, too. So definitely have to make some changes at half to be able to try to rein in their offense a little bit and then see if we can get a little more action out of ours.
Yeah, without that takeaway by the Pittsfield defense on the fumble, this could be a 3-score game right now and be in big-time trouble territory for the Sakis. Quite honestly, Justin, I'm not thinking they can't afford to go down by 3 touchdowns here. This is a must-stop to start the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. And, New Berlin gets the ball to start the half because Pittsfield received in the first. So, if Pittsfield's defense can't come out and get a stop here, it's going to make for a long half.
Pittsfield 1-3 on the season. Of course, they have New Berlin next week. How about Maroa next week? They have New Berlin this week. Feels like next week, but Maroa, the number 1 ranked team in 2A, who was having their way with a 4A team in Dwight tonight, and if you're Pittsfield. You really need this one if you're going to make any kind of a second half of the season run toward any kind of a playoff chance. Of course, it's been a day or two since the Pittsfield program has qualified for the playoffs. 2009 the last time. New Berlin's been in several times since that point. They were 4-5 last year. I believe after starting the year 4-0, so that's kind of a tough pill to swallow as well.
Right. And with the games that New Berlin has played this year, we really didn't know what kind of game that we were going to get tonight. It looked like they had a pretty good offense. That Porta team that we haven't seen yet looks like they play a good high-octane offense, but doesn't look like they play a lot of defense. as far as stats look. I could be completely wrong. I've not seen them at all. But and then they played a softer Auburn team already this year, and then their other game was against Plains, who also seems to kind of be that middle of the pack Sagamo team.
So New Bern has, the tougher part of their schedule is yet to
is
come.
always on the back half this year.
So this is a big game for them as well to get that fifth.
Yeah, they get this fifth win tonight. Playoff team.
And honestly, from what I've seen so far here, this is a team that could be very competitive with Williamsville. This is a team that could be very competitive with Stanford Olympia, and a team that could be very, very competitive, obviously, with Athens. This is the team that could end up with 7 or 8 wins.
Oh, yeah, easily. Williamsville is probably going to be a really tough game for them, but, they should end up with several wins on the year. This Pittsfield team, if they don't find a way to win tonight, they're maybe going to be on the other side of that coin.
Yeah, in some trouble for sure. Well, both teams have made it back out to the field. I think they'll put 3 more minutes on the clock.
Well, not all of New Berlin's come out yet.
They're rolling around the bend
there they are.
Through the construction zone. Man, that'd be tough. They should have come out in hard hats tonight with some sledgehammers or something. That would have been pretty cool through the construction area of their new high school just behind this facility. Track just got redone as well. Looks nice.
Does look
and
nice.
Really a nice setup here in pretzel country. The Pretzels, one of 2 pretzels in the state of Illinois. Freeport-Aquin also the Pretzels. And not too many of them out there, but this New Berlin Franklin Waverly squad has looked good here tonight. We'll take our final break on the Little Jess Motor Halftime Show. Gets sent for second half action after this timeout.
Petty Construction and owner Joe Petty, specializing in commercial and residential roofing systems. They design, build new homes and additions and renovations to your home. Interior and exterior renovations are their specialty. Petty Construction and Joe Petty have the experience in building you are looking for. Call 217-779-6384 or on the web at joe.petty@pettyconstruction.com. Building your community one job at a time.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Stotzi Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stotzi Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stotzi Automotive and Tire.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Almost ready to start the second half of play. 14-0 is the advantage for New Berlin. Pretzels will get the ball to start the second half as Pittsfield's Tucker Cook has it in his mitts, ready to kick this one off. From our left to our right, the west to the east.
First time Tucker's going to be kicking off a tee tonight. Looks like Buddy Merrill will be holding for him.
Wind is still whipping across the field here.
Maybe not.
64 is going to hold it. Who is 64?
64.
Colin Throne.
All right, then.
Buddy Merrill says, you go hold it. Get bullying that kid around like that.
Sophomore.
All right. Pretzels have Nelson back in the middle, it looks like here, along with 22.
I think if I was New Berlin, I'd want Nelson just about anywhere near a ball I could find.
Need that sheet back you just threw away. It's my roster.
Oh, boy.
Ball is low kick and taken by one of the up men near the 30-yard line.
Number
and
20.
Taken out of bounds. That is Drew Johnson, it looks like. And Drew will take it up near the 35. Right at the 35, and that's where the Pretzels will start first and 10. The first time they haven't started at their own.
Well, second time. They had it on 16 at one time.
I don't like you.
I say what I want.
This. All right. Is that your voice? No, it's someone else's. He's a
that kid.
Life-size ventriloquist. Cruz is under center. Puts Nelson in motion. We'll hand it to him on the inside run here. Hit by Shaw, breaks free of that would-be tackle. And then is stood up and taken down by a host of Sakis. Up near the 38-yard line. 3-yard pickup on the first play from scrimmage here in the second half. It brings up a 2nd down and 7. Clark Nelson had the big first half for New Berlin, with over 100 yards rushing.
Getting real close to 150 now.
Cruz is getting the play from the sideline here, and there appears to be a little bit of confusion. 10 seconds on the play clock. May have to call a timeout here. He'll come to the line with 4 seconds. Will get the play off just in the nick of time. Hands it off to the fullback here right up the gut. And he'll keep his legs moving. Was that Lions? It was. Across the 40 to the 43. A 5-yard pickup on the play. It'll pick up a 3rd down and 2.
I think that was Stevenson.
Oh, thank you. Stevenson, 7. Tell you what, when they're all stacked up in there, it is hard to see.
What did we give him on that one?
I call it a 5-yard gain.
Sure.
To the 43. 3rd and 2.
Big stop here for the Sakis. Like we talked, they need a stop.
Offset eye here as Cruz puts a man in motion. He is going to run the little quarterback run here. He's stopped up by McKee. Close to the 1st down marker, but just a hair short, it appears. As he's short of the 45, caught at the 44-yard line. It is 4th and not very much here. 4th and less than a yard to go. And the Pretzels will go for it here. Maybe look for that hard count. They're trying to draw Pittsfield offside first. With still 20 seconds of the play clock, they'll come to the line. 4th and less than a yard. Cruz takes the snap, hands it to the deep back. That is Nelson. He'll have the 1st down and then is slung backwards. Has it, though, to the 46-yard line. A 2-yard pickup needed about a 1/2 a yard, and it's 1st and 10 for New Berlin. So 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Fresh set of downs here for this Pretzel team.
Pretzels get a 1st down there, though, but the defense did a good job of keeping them to small chunks. Keep that up. Maybe we get a punt. I assume that New Berlin has a punter. We haven't seen one yet.
They've punted once this season.
Oh, okay.
Here's a handoff coming back to Lions. Lions on the little inside counter. He's going to go. Look at that block out in front. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He is into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown Pretzels on the run by Lions of 54 yards. And with 9:22 to play in the 3rd, it's 20-0 New Berlin. Lions broke through on that little counter play and then cut back outside. And he had some breakaway speed there at the end.
Heck of a block there in the middle.
Yeah, we'll see that on the Northwestern Mutual instant replay right before the break. On I don't know who laid that block, but
I don't either, but it was a good one.
I was impressed. As on to try the extra point attempt is Brock Dennis. They're Berlin to the score, start the second half just like they drew it up at halftime. The hold is down, the kick is up, the kick is long enough, and it is good. New Berlin comes out and punches first in the second half on the big run by Lions. And look at this block out in front. It's New Berlin 21, Pittsfield nothing.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
At Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, Illinois, we have Mavericks, we have Rangers, we have F-150s, 250s, and 350s. If you need help with that perfect look after your purchase, I'm Corey Greinke and I Know Trucks. Come see me at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, Illinois.
9 minutes, 22 seconds to play in the third. 21-0 New Berlin. A drive that started at their own 35-yard line. Really had to earn it to get the first down, but then they broke away for the big 54-yard touchdown run by Gabe Lyons, this 5'10", 175-pound senior, and the Pretzels have the 21-0 lead. Now Nelson has it teed sideways to kick this one off. No, I think he is now going to go set it back up.
He's like, I'm just going to set you here now for now.
Set. I can't tell who the holder is this time. It was James Johnson the first time.
It was Johnson earlier, but
he's the upright man now, so it's not him.
Huh. Yeah, the other guy.
Could be old Jimmy Jones over there. You never know. Drink the Kool-Aid, brother. Here's the kickoff by Nelson. It's a deeper kick this time. Sakis will have the man in Foster on the return. Looking for a blocker. Now trying to cut it back across the field and gets lit up.
Broke one tackle, couldn't break the second.
Like a Christmas tree here to the 22-yard line, it looks like. And that's where the Sakis will start 1st and 10 with 9 minutes, 13 seconds to play in this third period.
Beard Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, proudly serving farmers since 1937. We know how important it is to your operation to keep you running. 4 convenient locations in Ashland, Arnsville, Pittsfield, and Hannibal, Missouri. Beard Implement Company, our people, your advantage.
9:13 to play in the third. 21-0 Pittsfield trails here. 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Anderson under center with the I formation behind him. Receiver wide either side. He'll hand it off to the deep back in Foster, and there's not much running room. The Sakis had 2 linemen down the field, but had linebackers in the backfield. No gain on the play. Might have even lost a hair there, but we'll call it 2nd and 10. Second down.
Looks like we're checking Anderson out, and Tucker Cook checks in.
So Cook is in at the quarterback for the first time this season, and he'll be in the pistol with 2 receivers to the right and 2 receivers to the left. Put a man in motion in Lawson. High snap. Cook will keep it along the left-hand side. Has a good run on the play. Up across the 25 to the 28-yard line. A pickup of 6 yards, and it brings up a 3rd down and 4. So Cook's first offensive play of the season, I believe. Look at horns. Horns down. Can't say the word that they usually say that with in Oklahoma, but ain't no. Under 8 minutes to play in the third. It's a 3rd down and a long 4 to go here for the Sakis. Cook again is the quarterback. Puts a man in motion. High snap. Bad snap. Cook will look back, and now he won't be able to get on it, and New Berlin will recover. So the Sakis go to the pistol, something they haven't done a lot this season. And the snap is over the head of the quarterback, Cook. And with 7:38 to play here in the third, New Berlin takes over on Pittsfield's first giveaway of the night, and it's now deep in Saki territory. I mean, if you could have written this one up better for the Pretzels, I'd have liked to have seen it. They need to move the chains down, as that ball is right at about the 14-yard line of Pittsfield. I formation as the quarterback Cruz will be under center. Call it the wishbone. It's not an eye, it's a bone. He will keep himself. Option play out to Nelson. Not a lot of outside contain. There's Nelson. Absolutely truck sticks the guy out there.
Nelson just runs like he.
Reckless abandon.
Well, it's just like he doesn't look like he's running real hard, and then all of a sudden he's 6, 7, 8 yards downfield.
Down to the 8-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up a 2nd down and 4. He's a rather tall young man, too, it looks like, from this angle at least, is Clark Nelson. They list him at 6'1". Compared to John, that's pretty tall. Just over 7 minutes to play in the third. Wishbone formation again. Cruz marks out the signals, takes the snap, hands it to Nelson, running left this time, runs over a would-be tackler near the goal line, and he is in for the touchdown. Nelson with his third touchdown of this affair. And it's 27-0 New Berlin as they capitalize on the Pittsfield turnover. Mr. Nelson once again having that young man on the 8-yard run. Dennis on for the extra point attempt. This New Berlin team's got a lot of confidence right now, really rolling in a good direction. Dennis trying to stay perfect on the extra point attempts.
3 for 3 so far.
And now make him 4 for 4. That is a 1,000% percentage on the kicks. And Clark Nelson takes it in for the third time tonight. 6:47 to play in the third. It's the Pretzels 28, the Sockies nothing.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties, along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs, or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
6:47 to play in the third quarter, and man, in the first less than 6 minutes, Justin, this has turned into a bit of a blowout.
Yeah, probably not the way that Coach Ferguson wanted it to come out of the half. We mentioned in pregame that halftime we seem to, not come out the same team.
Struggle sometimes to make some adjustments for sure.
Yeah.
As Nelson will have this one to kick it off, as he'll get another man to hold that down for him. Turnover on the high snap. Haven't run out of the pistol a ton this season. Probably less than 10% of the plays, I would say.
I mean, we ran some different. Yeah, a little shorter quarterback, but I mean,
It was a bad snap.
I don't think anybody was catching that one.
Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar maybe. Graham will let Foster try to take this one, and he has a little trouble picking it up. And now when he does, he'll be hit immediately. The ball came out, but they'll say he was down. I mean, the Pretzels are flying around out there right now. And Pittsfield nearly turned it over again. The ball looks to be resting near the 19-yard line. And that's where the Sockies will start first and 10 with 6:40 to play in the third. Anderson back in at quarterback. 28-0 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. This Pretzel team's a fun one to watch. There's nothing fancy about them on the offensive side, but that gets the job done. And defensively, man, they are hitters. Here's a handoff to Davidsmeyer. Runs parallel there to the ground. Takes it across the 25 near the 22, it looks like here. 3-yard pickup on the play. Second down, 7 yards to go.
That package with Cook, it did catch New Berlin off guard. Obviously, it's not something they've seen on game film on us. They were thinking that maybe he was their passer, and they started sending people out when we spread them out. But, yeah.
Here's a false start, it looks like here, against the Sockies. So that'll move the ball back to the 17-yard line, make it a second down and 12.
Second penalty on the night, 10 yards. First penalty of this first half.
LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing. Call the Dunhams and their professional team at LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing for all of your hauling needs. 217-285-2808 for LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing.
Archer checks out. I think Carter Frazier checked in. I'm not real sure, though.
Second down and 12 here. Graham to the right-hand side as Frazier is the man split to the left. The Sakis will run the option with Anderson. Anderson cuts back across the grain, breaks a tackle, but a penalty flag in here. And I think this one's going to come back.
Yeah, it's probably a hold, if I were to guess.
Referee will tell us that it is a what?
He's still walking out there. He's thinking about it.
He says it's
a hold. He
Hold
says.
against the Sakis. And they'll move him back. Where is the flag? 10-yard penalty. Looks to be from around the 24. So I think they'll set it back to the 14. Call it the 16. And it's second down and 13.
Goes on this side. Flag.
Second down, 13 yards to go from the 16-yard line.
So what do we have there? A couple yard gain on the run for
No
Anderson?
yard gain because he negated it by the penalty.
Yeah, okay.
Ended up being a 1-yard penalty overall.
1-yard penalty, all right.
Anderson under center. He is back to pass. Stands tall in the pocket. Looks to set up the screen. Has it completed to Foster. That window, again, closes quickly. Now a little jawing after the play, it appears. Where is the ball? Up near the original line of scrimmage. Looks like he's just short of that, so that would be at about the 18-yard line. 2-yard pickup on that play, and it's a third down and 11. Penalty flag now flies in from the back of the New Berlin defense, and let's wait and see what this flag is about as Lane Foster goes off the field and Jake Otker comes on, it looks like. And the referees will get together to tell us this is a penalty. They've already had a player ejected in this game. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Pretzels. The second of the night, and it'll be a first down for Pittsfield as that will move it up to the 33-yard line. So that'll be a first down for Pittsfield, and it would have been a third and 11. Instead, the Sakis get the 15-yard penalty, and it'll bring up a first and 10.
New Berlin's first penalty on the night, that will give them 40 yards of penalties.
So that's the first in the second half.
Second half. I don't know where I'm at right now.
First one since their last one.
Yeah. 40 yards, though, on the night.
And the
second, unsportsmanlike.
Ball is all the way up to the 39.
He takes big steps.
That was a long penalty.
Well, he got 20 yards earlier.
It was a 21-yard penalty. Interesting. And it's a first down, so Pittsfield's in the pistol. Good snap this time. They'll hand it to Lawson. Lawson cuts back. Not much there on the Jets sweep. Loses a yard on the play. Back to the 38-yard line, and I don't think there's enough bag of tricks to trick this New Berlin defense the way they're playing tonight.
They do a good job holding the edge.
Well, they do a good job, and, man, they're reading Pittsfield's offense like a book right now.
Yeah, they are.
And it's not a tough book. This is like C-spot run, I think is what they're saying right now, the way they're reading it so well. 4:12 to play in the third. Miss Libby Scar is green. Single receiver to the left-hand side as Graham splits out near the construction zone here at New Berlin. Anderson's under center, hands it off to Davidsmeyer. Tough sledding here. Penalty flag also in on the play. He gets near the original line of scrimmage. Area of a hold here, it looks like. And the referee will tell us it is a holding penalty on the Sakis.
I'm going to guess it's on Mr. Perry since he's holding his head low.
And now the referees get together again. And what are they talking about? Here comes the white hat. And he will tell us we have a chop block against the Sakis. It's a line ball penalty here. So instead of a second and 11, it'll be about a second and a 21. Second down and a mile to go here from the 27-yard line. 3:50 to play in the third. Yeah, the Sockies' biggest offensive play so far in this half was the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty by New Berlin. Disclaimer, don't vape, by the way. I don't think you can have that at the school grounds.
Well, I don't think you're supposed to.
If you're doing that, you should stop. It's bad for you. Believe me, I'm the picture of good health. Here's Foster going to break free on his biggest run of the night. Going to have close to a first down. Penalty flag flies into and what could be a face mask. He's taken down up near the 45-yard line. A pick up on the play of 18 yards. And let's see what the penalty is about here, as it might add some more yardage on to the end of the run. Could be of the 5-yard variety. And it is. So that will move the ball into pretzel territory to the 47. Nope, I'll move it to the 50, just like they drew it up. And it is a first down for the Sockies. First and 10, so they come out of the abyss that was second and long with a big run by Lane Foster, by far the biggest offensive play of the night.
His biggest run of the night, 18 yards, yeah. He had 1 for 11 earlier, but...
Clock is rolling here with under 3:30 to play in the third. Pittsfield right at midfield. They'll hand it off to Davidsmeyer, running on the right-hand side. Now he's into pretzel territory to the 47-yard line, call it the 46. 4-yard pickup by Davidsmeyer, who's had a pretty good average on the carries tonight.
Yeah, not bad. He's got 12 carries for 45 yards.
Just a little under 4 yards a carry.
Yeah. Averaged about 6 yards carry last week.
I think this team is going to give a big challenge to some of these other squads they've got left. Here is another run by Davidsmeyer. He works his way forward, finishes the run well that time to the 41-yard line to bring up a 3rd and 1, 5-yard gain. And slow to get up where the Sockies is.
Is that Perry or no?
I think it's White, isn't it? That's Jaron White.
Jaron White.
Down here, holding an ankle and has his helmet off. We'll step aside for a break. 2:31 to play in the third. 28-0 New Berlin.
When you're ready to restock your pantry, go to Kay's Family Food in Camp Point, Illinois. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. through 8 p.m. Be proud, Camp Point area. Kay's Family Food is the only locally owned grocery store in Adams County outside Quincy. Delicious donuts daily, great lunch specials, fresh cut meats, fresh produce. Kay's Family Food are committed to the area and the school. When you support your local store, they can support you and your school and community. When you need to restock, think of Kay's Family Food, 593-6814. Helena Agri, Camp Point, Illinois, is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Central Illinois Athletics. For all your seed, fertilizer, and chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agri, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, and Matt Hughes, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 593-7761 for Helena Agri of Camp Point.
2:31 to play in the third as White is out under his own power. And the Sockies will have to replace him on the offensive line. And who came in, guys? Can you tell?
Smith, is it? I don't know.
It's on the left side away from us. They'll hand it off and a run that way. They'll give it off to Foster. He's got the first down and more down the sideline. Dives forward.
Flying out of bounds.
As Foster is down near the 25-yard line. A 16-yard pickup on the play and a first and 10 for the Sockies. So Foster showing off his running prowess here to the 25 on a 16-yard gain. And he'll come out now as Lawson and Graham and company will come in. Sockies are late to break the huddle here. Looks like Forshe's playing that left tackle, doesn't it?
Maybe.
It is. Yeah. They'll hand the ball up the middle. That is to Davidsmeyer. Gain to the 23. 3-yard gain on the play. Second down and 7 as here comes Foster right back into the game after a quick breather. So Braxton Forshe, the senior, playing that left tackle spot. He's not played offense a lot in his career. In fact, I don't really remember much. It's a good drive for Pittsfield they're putting together right now. Started at their own 19-yard line all the way down to the New Berlin 23. However, they trail 28-0. Anderson is under center. Deep handoff of the backfield goes to Foster. Saki's unable to stay on the block that time, so Foster again just to the 20. 2-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Ran 2-4, side that time.
Yeah, I think the man, Shaw, was coming from the other side to try to get that pull-out block, and he was there, but the man fought off the block nicely to make the tackle. 3rd and a short 5 from the 20-yard line, under a minute to play in the 3rd. Anderson is under center. He'll pitch it to Foster outside, slips in the middle of the field, which must be pretty slippery there, as both men actually fell down. No gain, no loss, and it'll be 4th and 5 here. And Sakis will have to run a play here, as there's 33 seconds on the game clock and 28 seconds on the play clock. So a 4th and 5.
It's about the same spot that Foster slipped out in the first half.
Yep.
Puddle there. So
4th down, 5 yards to go. Let's see what the Sakis dial up here. Anderson will be under center. I formation behind him. He will turn and look the pitch, and there's nobody there, and he gets walloped in the backfield. A broken play on the final play of the 3rd quarter, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Loses yardage back to the 25-yard line. There are no penalties on the field, and that's the way the 3rd quarter comes to a close. It was all New Berlin in the 3rd. They lead the Sakis as we head to the final quarter, 28-0.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties, along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs. Or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
Best Systems Auto Sales, located at 802 West Washington Street in Pittsfield between Best Systems Car Wash and O'Reilly Auto Parts, is the place to go for your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. Check out this deal from Best Systems Auto Sales. This 2019 Jeep Compass Limited is priced to sell at just $22,500. With only 29,000 miles, leather interior, and new tires, this vehicle is ready to roll off the lot today. Contact Best Systems Auto Sales to take a test drive. 217-939-7664.
Ready to start the final quarter. New Berlin takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line here as they've flipped sides of the field, and Cruz will be under center. Puts a man in motion, will hand it off to the motion man, coming back to the near side of the field. Look out! Big gain on 1st down by Lyons. Lyons up to the 44-yard line, a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and a 1st and 10 for the Pretzels, who are just manhandling the Sakis on both sides of the ball here tonight. Give a lot of credit to that offensive front here for New Berlin. Thomas, Pence, Bischoff, Teal, and Hermes, along with the tight end and Newman. They have really made things happen for this New Berlin Pretzel team on the offensive side. The backs get the glory, but the linemen opening up those spots, and they have done really, really well tonight for this Pretzel program.
Nelson on the carry that time. 10
Yes,
yards.
sir. A 19-yard pickup on
19. Huh?
Wishbone formation.
Look what they did.
Cruz hands it off to Nelson. A little counter play back to the left. He's still fighting, but has stood up. Going to gain a yard to the 45. Brings up a 2nd down and 9. One of the shorter runs of the night by Clark Nelson. But he's had plenty of them, and he's picked up plenty of yards. Second down, 9 yards to go. Just 11 minutes left of the contest, and what's been a pretty quick ball game. As the wind picks up again. I mean, really picks up. Holy cow. It's blowing harder than it has. Here's Nelson. He's running against the wind. Doesn't slow him down, though. Has a 1st down and more. Pushed out of bounds on the Saki sideline to the 41-yard line. A pickup on the play of 14 yards and a 1st and 10 for New Berlin.
Ocker gets to him first there and pushes him out of bounds.
Well, actually going to mark it at the 42, so take a yard off that total there, Justin, but still got a run by Clark Nelson. First and 10, they'll say keep the clock rolling here as he didn't get pushed out of bounds. It was just a figment of your imagination.
Okay.
Cruz will set up under center with a wishbone behind in the backfield. Sakis look to bring the blitz here. They run right by the ball carrier, and this man's gone. Gone for 6. That's Brock Stevenson this time on a 42-yard touchdown run, and the route is on in Pretzeltown. Saltyville is living it up tonight, 34-0 New Berlin, with 10:22 to play in this contest. Sakis blitzed the gap. The man ran in that time, it looked like from our perspective, and he ran right by them for 6. 10:22 to play. This is as far as Pittsfield's been in a game all season.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been in every game this year, but I don't know that we're in this one.
Haven't been for a while. No. Here's a bad hold, but the kick is still up.
Got loft,
Tell you
and
what,
it's still good.
Credit to Brock Dennis. He allowed that to get down, and he just boots it through. A strong boot by Dennis, and it's all New Berlin here. 10 minutes, 22 seconds to play in the contest. Pretzels lead 35-0.
In high school athletics, winning and losing is a part of the experience. Sportsmanship should also be part of the game at all times. That's why Farm and Home Supply and Refreshment Services Pepsi are teaming up to recognize the good sport of the week. Nominations for the weekly award can be made by messaging the Central Illinois Sports Facebook page. Help us recognize the good things about sports. Weekly winners will receive a $25 gift card to Farm and Home Supply. Again, send your nominations to the Central Illinois Sports Facebook page today. Shireman Memorials has been serving the area since 2014 with local and affordable memorial and specialty items production. Jason Shireman has over 20 years of experience and is committed to providing his customers with the best experience. With expertise in sandblasting, carving, etching, and design, you will be dealing with someone who has the knowledge and experience to make a memorial your family can be proud of for generations. You'll find Shireman Memorials at 1135 West Washington Street in Pittsfield and online at shiremanmemorials.com.
10:22 to play. Brock Stevenson with the big carry. 42 yards and a touchdown to give New Berlin the 34-0 lead, and then Dennis with the after-point attempt, and the New Berlin cheerleaders, they're walking around like the Hulk after doing all these push-ups. They said, man, I liked it better when we only scored a couple touchdowns, but
they're going to be out there playing defense for the Sockies.
Yeah.
Stop some of these touchdowns.
They said they're going to be in the handshake line afterwards. Going, you want to arm wrestle? Nelson will go to kick this one off.
Done a good job kicking tonight, and just about everything else he's touched.
Yeah, he's Clark Nelson, but he's
Clark Kent.
Been more like Clark Kent tonight. Superman. And he'll kick this one off as Mr. Johnson is back to hold it for him this time around. And he'll put his boot into this one. Really nice kick, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. This kid can do it all, man. He is the real deal, is Clark Nelson. 10:22 to play in this contest. It's the Pretzels 35 and the Sockies nothing.
At Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, we're your low overhead EV dealer. Curious about EVs? Come check out a Mach-E with me, Wade. I drive one and I love mine. Westtown Ford, Jacksonville, Illinois, westtownford.com.
10:22 to play. 35-0 the Pretzel lead on top of Pittsfield on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Beating on the drum down here is the band still. And Pittsfield will come out with the I formation, single receiver wide to either side. Anderson's under center. We'll get it outside to Foster, and he is tripped up in the backfield. Nice play there. I think that was Stevenson on the stop. Gain of 2 on the play to the 22. 2nd down and 8. This is a well-prepared, well-coached, pretty disciplined team for New Berlin, minus a couple of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
One ejection, yeah.
The ejection, though, I mean, obviously we're a long way away from it, but we looked at that replay.
Man, it really didn't look like there was much there. But
it looked pretty weak. I mean, you would think maybe, if somebody had thrown a punch or something, but I couldn't see it. Maybe we just had the wrong angle. They'll hand it off to the deep back in Foster. Foster will have blockers out in front, but a couple of guys tackled him near the 25. A couple of yards again for Foster, and it'll be a 3rd down and 6. New Berlin looking to preserve the shutout here with 9 minutes, 15 seconds and counting in this contest. And it's 3rd and 6. Double tight formation here. Anderson's under center. Here comes the house for New Berlin.
Good run.
Give it on the right side to Foster. Foster stops, cuts back, has the 1st down for the Sockies, and another good run by Lane Foster out to the 33-yard line. Pick up on the play of 8 yards and a 1st and 10 for the Sockies.
Gives Lane 72 yards for the night. He's had a scrap for about every yard he got tonight. Davidsmeyer 2. Davidsmeyer 14 carries, 53 yards. 72 yards on 18 carries for Foster.
1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line for the Sockies. Anderson will hand it off on the right side. That is to Davidsmeyer, stacked up after a short gain to the 34. A yard pickup on the play. Man, you just cannot say enough good things about the front guys on both sides of the ball here for New Berlin in this contest. They have been impressive.
They got a big spot there.
Wow.
That's a big yard.
That's a big 3-yard gain. It's 2nd and 7.
Sure.
Huh.
10.
I formation here as Anderson will be under center again. He will fake the sweep, try to run the counter back this direction.
Bodie Marable on the carry.
That's Bodine Marable. Up to the 42-yard line. 7-yard pickup on the play. Very, very close to a 1st down, and I believe they have it, and the referees agree. So 1st and 10 on a nice run by Bodie Marable. Marable did a nice job. The defensive end stayed home, and so Marable kind of cut that play off. Rather than trying to string it outside, he cut it up the field and got what he could, and that was enough for a 1st down. Clock moving here. Just over 7 minutes left. Here is the handoff to Davidsmeyer on the right side. Hole closes quickly. You see Jaron White back out there on the offensive side after getting rolled up on a little bit earlier. Up to the 44-yard line. 2-yard pickup on the play. 2nd down and 8.
White went off earlier. He was limping a little bit. But as he got close to the sideline, it looked like he was starting to walk it off a little bit.
Be a little ankle sprain.
A little sore tomorrow, I'm sure.
2nd and 8. Anderson hands it off to Foster. Good blocker out in front. Follows his blocker and Shaw. Nice job by Owen Shaw that time to help spring
again.
That play to the Pretzel 48-yard line. That should be enough for a 1st down, as that is a 8-yard pickup. 1st and 10 for the Sockies. 1st down and 10 yards to go. Clock still moving with 6:18 left. 35-0 New Berlin. Pretzel's going to move to 5-0 on the season. The thing they couldn't do last year, pick up that elusive 5th win. Now here's a fumble, and the Pretzels have recovered.
Yep.
Is that Clark Nelson again?
No. Number 20.
Says here, you take it. I didn't want the turnover anyway. I'll let you do it. Drew Johnson on the recovery. So I don't know that Jonas Anderson ever got a hold on that one, as it's probably a wet football. Now New Berlin wants a timeout. On the Adams Network timeout, 6:01 to play in the contest. It's New Berlin 35, Pittsfield nothing.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
For the fastest internet anywhere that doesn't buffer no matter what life throws at you, it's Adams Fiber. Follow the fiber.net. Timeout taken by New Berlin.
About the 49, their own, or Pittsfield's 49?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. The Saki 49 following the fumble. 6:01 to play. Looks like a different quarterback in for the Pretzels. Looks like number 6, Matthew Madonia, I believe, is the quarterback.
Sure. Senior, 5'9", 180 pounds.
Nope, 19. Wow, we were close.
Well, you're way off.
Hand the ball off, and new back. That is Matthew Madonia.
That's number 6.
I just saw it coming from a different direction there. Gain of 6, caught 7 on the play. Good at 2nd down and 3.
Number 19 is Mason Carlisle.
Caught 2nd and 4 after a 6-yard gain.
He's 5'9", sophomore, 165 pounds.
Only 19 on his jersey, but his mind is older. 5'9", 165-pound sophomore. These New Berlin streets get Coldery shoulders every burden to help run the second-team offense. He's not going to throw away his shot here as he dropped the ball for a moment, and then one of the Pretzels picks it up. Picking that ball up off the ground was Braden Tobin Heineman. He'll lose back to the 45, a loss of 2, and brings up a 3rd down and 6. They're down 6 yards to go. Clock moving here as the Pretzels have some of their second stringers in the game here. Trying to get some good reps as Carlisle will bring the play in. These two teams will play a JV game on Monday at Pittsfield at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock?
It'll probably be less windy than this.
Oh. Here's the snap by the quarterback to the quarterback Carlisle. Hands it up the middle. Man spins free of the would-be tackler. Then is taken down on the play by Dominic Cooper. Madonia again on the carry. To the 43, a 2-yard pickup, and it's 4th and 4. Now, New Berlin has only punted once this season, so I would not do that right here. You don't want to break that because that's pretty cool to talk about. Hey, we only had to punt once this year. I mean,
I wouldn't do that, and these guys need reps anyway, so
it's kind of a tough statement.
Let them run.
Let them boys run. Shoot. The boys are having the time of their lives. Carlisle will be under center with a wishbone formation. Hard count? Drew the Saki's offside.
Good hard count. Look at that.
Aaron Rodgers would be proud. Gets a 5-yard penalty and gets a 1st and 10 for the Pretzels. With 3:41 to play. The Natives are restless. 1st and 10 here.
Pewter Bowl checked out. As the Sakis are getting some younger folk in there too.
Under center is Carlisle. Takes a snap. He'll hand it off to the deep back here. This appears to be number 10, Connor Stinson, a sophomore. Stinson looks to be a tough runner. He takes it to the 35. 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 7 yards to go. 5 yards, of course. That's what I meant.
You said it was number 10?
Looked like 10 to me.
Sure.
They'll set the ball to the 33. So a 5-yard pickup.
Connor Stinson.
Stinson, yep, it's sophomore. Clock's under 3 minutes left now. Carlisle takes the snap, hands it off to the fullback. Man, there's still really good blocking up front for this New Berlin team. Even with some, now they're going to have a different 5 come in. And give a round of applause to these guys as they come off the field. They deserve it. I'm telling you, this offensive line, man, has been dominant. Their coaching staff is saying, hey, fans, get on your feet. These guys just kick their tail all night long.
Who carried that time? Number 6?
That was Matthew Madonia. Carried it to the 30, a 3-yard pickup, and it's third down and a couple here.
All right.
I mean, just a complete dominant performance by the line on both sides for New Berlin here tonight. 150 and counting.
And a lot of those young men playing both sides of the line.
Now the quarterback, Carlisle, going to keep it himself, breaks a couple tackles, trying to get positive yardage. Now he'll get taken down on a tackle by the Sakis' Dylan Stout. Looks like he's close to the marker at the 29, and it's 4th and a yard. So 4 down territory here. And on this 4th and 1, last check, Williamsville was leading Olympia 21-12 with 7:38 to play in that game. Good contest there. Man, Olympia's really shut down that high-powered Olympia attack. Here's Carlisle. He'll get the quarterback keeper and have enough for the first down. And with that, the Pretzels can just kneel this one out. So give him the 1-yard carry for Carlisle. Brings up a 1st and 10, and victory formation time here for the Pretzels. And they'll bring the starters in to run the victory formation. I like that. These are the guys that earned it most of the night. It's a good program, folks. They're going to need to win one more game. They're going to need to win one more game because they're going to get no points from Riverton.
That's true.
So I think they're going to need one more. But 5 looks pretty good right now to this Pretzel program that could not find it a year ago with that 5th victory. They find it, though, here tonight on a 35-0 beatdown of the Pittsfield Sakis. We take you to the Logan Ag postgame show with final stats and analysis next.
At Logan Agri-Service, we believe that every seed holds the promise of a thriving future. Our commitment to quality and excellence is as strong as the roots we help you grow. With decades of experience, our dedicated team understands your unique needs. From cover crops to premium seeds, we have it all. But it's not just about products, it's about partnership. We're not just sellers, we're your allies in growth, your consultants in success.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
Before I started at DOT, it was like a real low point in my life. I just lost my house, and I just wanted something to get myself back on my feet. I met a driver named John, and he was like, man, come to DOT. They'll pay for your school. They'll pay for your CDLs. I applied, and ever since then, I've been very grateful. Since I've been here, I've had the opportunity to save money to buy me a home within the next couple of months. It's definitely been great. When my life needed direction, I took the wheel.
Hey, Abe. Hey, George. You know what? We love beer!
This election year, be sure to make the correct decision and vote jerseys. Over the last 4 years, we have helped put more money back in your pocket with our daily drink specials and incredible food deals. We have also made steaks great again with our partnership with GJY Beef Company. So when you are making your next dinner decision, make it Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, Illinois.
Welcome back on the Logan Ag post-game show on Central Illinois Sports. 35-0 the win for New Berlin over Pittsfield. Pretzels move to 5-0. Sakis drop to 1-4 on the season with locations in Griggsville, Winchester. On the Illinois side, Knox City and Paris. On the Missouri side, it's Logan Ag. helping to serve all of your needs. 217-833-2375. Well, Pretzels had a 2-score lead going into the half, dominate the second half, and pitch a shutout against Pittsfield to win their 5th game of the year to make themselves playoff eligible with their 5th victory. But they're not going to settle at that. They've got a lot of work left to do on their schedule, but this is a very, very solid squad for Coach Dombacher and company, and they were very impressive on both sides of the ball here tonight on the Logan Agri Postgame Show. Justin's got some final stats for you.
Pretty dominant game for the New Berlin Pretzels. Led all rushing yards, not one pass attempted by the Pretzels tonight. They're led in rushing by number 87, Clark Nelson, who had 20 attempts for 197 yards. And then number 22, Gabe Lyons, 4 attempts but had 102 yards. He had the 54-yard touchdown run at the beginning of the second half. Altogether, they had 40 attempts for 353 yards and 1 turnover. Saukeys, pretty balanced game as far as the Saukeys, and they never really got much going. They had 10 first downs. They 43 attempts for 161 yards, 79 yards in the first half, 82 in the second half. They were led in rushing by Lane Foster, who had 19 attempts for 80 yards, and Jesse Davidsmeyer, who had 16 attempts for 58 yards. They did complete 3 passes for 8 yards on the night. They were 3 for 4, and had the 2 costly turnovers, the fumble on the bad snap from to Cook, and then another fumble where Jonas Anderson never really got a hold of the ball. And that is that.
Time to name our player of the game, presented by Edward Jones financial advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And I'll tell you what, Justin, this is not one guy we're talking about here. It's not 2 guys, not 3, not 4, but 5. That offensive line: Cash Thomas, Carter Pence, Drew Bischoff, Keaton Teal, and Blake Hermes, leading the way for this New Berlin team to victory. 5-0 on the season for the Pretzels, and the Saukeys drop to 1-4 on the season. That's going to do it from New Berlin High School. For Justin Poor and John Hull here, I'm Charlie Hull, thanking you for joining us tonight on another Central Illinois Sports presentation.